Good Thursday, world. As I take a deep breath, had to do that one. You know what I mean? Had to do that one. And welcome to another episode of Band Dog Talk with the Dog God. That's right. And big salute to Duro Ricio with that pole position. Came in at that 525 mark. And got that pole position. Young Ready with that close second. And Nell Mack with that third, man. Salute to the podium. We got Show Enough, man, on that fourth place at 6:01. Big salute to y'all, man. Much love and respect for y'all showing up for another classroom. Functional Focus Kennels, what's good with your family? That's right. Well, before I go into my week, you know what I always tell y'all, man, get them herbal sensations rolled up. Get them herbal sensations put in them bongs, them paper planes. You know, you got your dabs. You know what I mean? You got your pens, your vape pens. You know, you got your edibles, whatever you do for your herbal sensation, intake. Man, get that shit ready to go. Light that shit up. If you like Duro, man, you got your brewskis ready to go, man. That cold brewski, the Heineken, Coors Light, Coors. You like your shit smoke liquor. Man, get that shit ready to go. Man, go ahead and crack that damn brewski open right now. If you like your shots, tequila shots, Jose Cuervo, Patron, you dig what I'm saying? You like your Hennessy. Shout out to Tupac, man. Shout out to Tupac, man. Rest in peace, Pac, legendary legend. You know what I mean? And if you like the culture, man, we go ahead and mix the things up, man. We like to add a little bit of this and a little bit of that to the alcohol. You know what I mean? And the coach got vodka lemonade. Salute. And cheers to all y'all, man. I love y'all brothers, man. Salute to y'all. Cooper. What's good with you, family? What'd you ask, Coop? Let me see if I can read it this time. Coop, you said, hey, coach, I would like to know how corrupt the bully business really is. Can you talk a little bit about it? Well, I mean, I can elaborate on it a little bit. But let me take this sip real quick, Coop. Oh, yeah, that was right on time, man. Rock solid pit salute, family. So, Coop, I would say in not even just the bullies, though. I would say just being a dog man for as long as I've been a dog man and, being involved in bullies, being involved in pit bulls and the community, the communities itself being the people that's involved in those. Um, I would say the bully business is definitely probably one of the most corrupt. And what I mean by corrupt is everyone has their cliques, and that's with anything and everything, right? We had that in school. That's just life, right? Have it on the job, people that hang with certain people, cliques. Now, with the bully, because it was a narrative that is sold, right? They sold all of us who was in the bully industry a narrative. You feel what I'm saying? About these dogs being bred a certain type of way, dogs being put in them, certain type dogs being bred in these bullies, and the powers that be, the people who were pioneering the bully breed themselves or itself, excuse me, they were over there mixing and matching and selling us who are new and novice to the breed itself and who are interested in the original bully type, which was supposed to be a pit bull on steroids. We were tripping out. At least I can speak for myself. I was tripping out how these visuals were getting these variations of bullies. So many different variations they were getting, right? So when something becomes new and becomes a fad, the people that are pioneers, the Dave Wilsons and Terrell Quincy's and so many pioneers, man. Richard Barajas. Who else, man? We got uh Mimo, we got Fabian. I mean, so many, man. True Tank, all these pioneers, right? They set the wave, they set the tone, they set the prices. And based off those prices, they set, a bar that for us coming in the game who's interested, wants to breed, we can never meet, right? We can never meet the bar because we're thinking we're breeding the way they say we're supposed to breed. No, I know I'm elaborating, but it's deep. I'm trying to summarize it because it's deep. So we're breeding the way they told us the way the dogs are bred, but they're breeding something totally different. To get these extreme type looks and these different type of phenotypes that they get in the bully business. Not only that, the papers that we receive and you believe in those papers, and this is my experience with the bully gang. The dogs weren't bred the way the papers say, at all. So when you breed, you're not getting the dogs that you think you're going to get based off that paperwork. So in conclusion to your question, Cooper, good question. You know what I mean? How corrupt is the bully business? I mean, it's very corrupt. And the main reason is because the money that they were getting, they're not getting that money anymore. But they were getting this crazy amount of dollars for them damn dogs that ain't worth shit. I was a victim of paying a lot of money for dogs that wasn't worth shit. That's why I had to shift my whole program and, strictly performance based. I had a reason behind why I bought my bullies because I was creating dogs with those type dogs, those bully type dogs. That was the reason. It wasn't to, carry on with the bully play and competing shows, etc. But it was to take bully type genetics and add to what I would call my performance bully line at one time. I was trying to make performance bullies. But other than that, man, the money, the lies, so much lies, you know what I'm saying? And then also, man, the community, man, it's kind of like the pit bull community. Look at the types of people that's involved in American bully, and then you can see corruption written all over it. Hopefully I answer your question, Cooper, man. Good question, though, brother. Good question. Great question. Tony, salute, family. Man, Bill, what's good with you, fam, man? Hey, them dogs looking good, man. Dogs you got over there looking good, man. You still got jaws looking pristine. I love it. Salute to you. Oh yeah, that vodka lemonade. I need that. I need that vodka lemonade to curb this edge of this work week. So check this out, y'all. So I got my Kangal bitch from Serbia, Snow White. And she learned some things that earlier when she, first joined the community. CDC Concepts, big salute to you, fam. Big Ja. She learned some things from being next to AK. And one of those things was her jumping up and down. And, AK, he doesn't try to, he can't, well, he doesn't try to. I'm sure he can, but once I put that lid on his kennel thing, because at first he did tear down the roof of the kennel. That's why I put the lid on him. So now that he has a lid, and then I found his pacifier, which is the bone, aka the bone crusher, right? He doesn't try to tear his enclosure down because he can easily do it because he did it before, but but he still jumps up. So Snow figured out how to do that jumping shit, but then she, she's so tall, she knows how to, pull on the little bungees that's tying the actual tarp down. And so anyway, I moved her down to the 4th tier, and I had her partnered up with another dog of mine, and she pretty much stopped doing that. She stopped trying to tear down the roofs, right? The tarp on the kennels. So this, she gave me like a good shit, maybe 8 months where she stopped doing it. And it was cool. Now it's raining out here. It's very cold, you know. And the day before yesterday, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, there's commotion down at the fourth tier, like about I think it was like maybe 10:30 in the PM. And I always have my ear to the kennels because I want to keep everything, nice and calm when it comes to the evening time, out of respect of my neighbors. So I can always tell it's the fourth tier based off of my Malinois Coco, which I love her, but at the same time I hate her bark. I can't stand that. I can't stand them. I mean, hopefully y'all don't have a Malinois, and if you do have a Malinois, hopefully they don't bark like my bitch. She doesn't have a regular bark. She has she has a Mariah Carey bark. You know what I mean? Just think about Mariah Carey hitting that high note and think of a Malinois with that level of frequency when she barks. Okay. So this bitch, I love her though. I do love her. I do have affection for her. She is a sweet dog. However, I always know what tier is getting activated because I know her pitch. Okay. And the only plus to that minus, because it's a minus, it gets, oh my God, oh man, it gets on my nerves. It's like scratching chalk, you know what I mean? Or excuse me, scratching your nails on a chalkboard. That screech, you know what I mean? It's just so piercing how she do it, but she only, she does it like in a cadence of two, right? Max three. She do, I mean, two little barks with that frequency, max three. So as soon as I hear that, I'm already know fourth tier. So I have a whistle. I have a whistle. I know I have a certain whistle that I do. Back in the day, I bought one of them dog whistles and stuff like that, but that shit didn't work. You know, that dog whistle made all the dogs upset. They didn't like that dog whistle for some reason. It is what it is. But I bought that first, the training dog whistle, but that didn't work. So I have my own whistle that works, right? I guess because it comes from me. But I have a whistle that gets their attention and they stop, right? Because they know it comes from me. They know, okay, I'm barking, but that whistle is daddy's bark. So if daddy barking, he's telling us to stop. So at least it gets their attention. So I'm doing my whistle. I'm doing my whistle. The frequency goes down, but it's still, they're like barking under a lower frequency and they're still doing it. I put my ear to try to, comprehend because I'm not trying to go down there if I don't have to. Because if I go down there, then all the dogs are going to be like, oh, daddy's out. And of course, it's 10:30 p.m. However, I'm still hearing Mariah Carey down there doing her motherfucking two, three, you know what I mean? She's singing her 2-3 step. You know what I'm saying? She got her 2-3 song going on. And of course, man, I was so frustrated. Like I said, I love her, but man, I mean, when she do that, I would keep that to myself because we might have some individuals on here that don't understand how to be a dog man and what it takes to maintain these level of dogs. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, long story short, I had to go down there, right? Because I was just so frustrated, and it was 10:30 p.m. And I'm like, I know that something's going on because that's the reason why there's a certain type of dog bark going on down there. And one thing about my dogs is that they tell on each other. My dogs tell on each other. So if someone's doing something that they shouldn't be doing, they're telling. They snitching. Every dog is snitching, right? They're like, oh, ooh, they're doing that shit. That's one thing about my dogs. So that they always let me know something is going on. There ain't no random shit. I understand where if there's some prey that shouldn't be around, and most of the time because of how long I've been here on the hill, coyotes and shit, they stay away. At night when I first moved out here, you would hear them coyotes howling. If y'all know coyote sound, they be out there screaming at night, making that loud noise. They don't do that shit no more out here because, the dogs, they ain't fucking with these dogs out here. The deer, every now and then, deer are smart. The females, at least. The males are smart too, but the females are smart because they know they can't get shot. In California, you can't kill a female deer. So they know they'll come in front of the dogs because they can tell the dogs are locked up in their kennel. But they'll trot right in front of their shit. They do all kind of dumb shit, but at the same time, they know in their mind like, nothing, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. But anyway, long story short, I'm just giving y'all a summary of my week. They going ham. And it's 10:30 p.m. I'm pissed because, like, come on, y'all. It's 10:30. What the hell? I already know. But I know something's going on because the whistle isn't stopping the barking. It drops the frequency down because they know it's me. But then it keeps, it's still going on. So now I have to go down there. So now I'm so angry. And thank God it was a full moon too. Okay. So it was light enough. I didn't have to go down there with no flashlight. I had the moon to light light the way. So I go down there and I'm running down there. I live on a damn mountain. So I'm running down my stuff. And now all the dogs know, oh shit, daddy's out. They telling, oh shit, it's daddy. Now the dogs are barking, So I'm like, fuck. So now I'm running down there to the 4th tier because I know something's going on. Then I go down there, I see snow, and that bitch is tearing down the roof. That bitch is tearing down my fucking roof. I give you the fucking top tier accommodations to protect you from the elements, right? You got nice pavers so you don't get muddy. You can keep your pretty snow white coat. Shit, you got a 10 by 10. You got a 10 by 10. I mean, damn, there's plenty of room to just run around, paste pecani sauce. But you're going to tear down that damn roof. And then you're going to make everybody upset because they know you're doing something wrong. So they snitching. And they snitching at 10:30. And then you got the ultimate alarm, the one that I can't stand, whose frequency is like Mariah hitting those high notes, doing her 2-3 step with her barking at 10:30 p.m. Man, I was so pissed, man. I ran down that motherfucker. I was so mad. I go in there, right? I go in there to snow, and she thinking, oh, she just daddy come up to me, man. I'm not gonna say what I did, but you know what I mean? I go and I tear that whole damn roof down. I'm pissed. Like, bitch. This shit costs money, bitch. I gave you all this accommodation. You got a luxury suite over here, bitch. And you tearing my shit down for what? Why? You didn't tear it down for like 8-9 months. You didn't do nothing to it. Now you tear it down. What's wrong with you? Then you do it at 10:30? Why couldn't you do it in the afternoon? Huh? I'd have been okay to a degree, about 50% okay. I'd still be mad because it cost me money. But I'd have been 50% okay because it was in the daytime. But 10:30 at night, then you got Mariah Carey over there sounding the alarm. Come on. So yeah, man, other than that, I had to tear that whole roof down, man. You know what I mean? So now I got her a dog house. And, she got the coat. She can handle it. You know what I mean? Them bitches, that Kango got a thick ass coat. But, I like my dogs to be in, nice accommodations. At least that's how I have my dogs. You know what I mean? Nice accommodations. So, man. Other than that, solid week, y'all. You know what I mean? Man. Oh, I was so upset with Snow White doing that. It's like, bitch, I thought you was cool. Like, why would you tear my stuff down? So, in summary, what I would say to you brothers who, get into these type of dogs that are very performance based, then you get into my type dogs, the coaches, frames, brains, and motors. That's my shit with Formula One, right? That's how I breed dogs, frames, brains, and motors. That's what I concentrate on. Not only that, I have a yard of dogs. all variances of types of dogs. And it's like being on a football team and embodying the culture of the team, right? And I have a lot of intelligent dogs on my dog team, if you want to call it that. And they watch each other and they learn. They learn. And I've seen my dogs learn a lot of different things from the dogs around them where they weren't doing any of those things before. But then because they watch and they see, and based off of the power of them type dogs that they're watching and seeing, they mimic it. They mimic it straight up. So I blame a degree of that level of jumping from AK. uh, but at the same time, Snow White, she's still herself. You know what I'm saying? She's smart enough to, whatever. She got plenty of stuff to bite on. I got her bones in there. I got her all kind of little toys and shit she can bite on, chew on. But hey, I guess that night she wanted to rile everybody up, and she sure the fuck did. Yes, she did, and she made me highly upset and cost me a roof. So a tip for you guys, which I'm going to have to implement in the future when I redesign my kennel space, is you got to do like some hardscape level type roofs, no tarps. If you got dogs like mine, and then also if you got dogs like mine too, some of mine that know how to jump out of them and get out. Like there's no kennel that's going to hold certain types of my dogs. Like you got to put a lid on them, like a literal lid on them where they can't climb out. Cause I got dogs that know how to jump out and they do it. So you're going to have a lid. If you have dogs that know how to jump and climb out, that's a must, but a hardscape. Okay. Not no weak shit, not nothing, no wood, something hardscape. Sheet metal, something like that, where they can't go and finesse that thing. And even with AK, I mean, that sheet metal, he'll bust out of that shit, either way. You know what I mean? Because he'll just keep busting his head through it until he break it. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got a dog that's relentless like AK is, and like I said, shout out to the pacifier. Shout out to me figuring out that boy has a biting fetish. Like he got to have something in his mouth. That fetish of that bone in his mouth eliminates his mind saying, jump and bust out. He just jumps only when I'm there. You know what I mean? But he's not trying to bust out because he's got his pacifier. He's so concentrated on biting shit. And but when he he just jump. But he's not thinking, okay, I can really jump out this shit right now. But he's like, oh, I like this bone in my mouth even more. But if you ain't got that, you got to make sure you got a nice hardscape level type roof lid. I call it a lid. And then if you got more like a regular roof, and you don't have dogs that really that can't jump out, or maybe they can but they don't try it, you can use that like a hardscape roof type where it's not a tarp and they can't pull it down. So that's something that I'm going to be doing in the future when it comes to my kennel setups, my redesign for the roofs. No more tarps. No more tarps. Maybe some of them I can keep the tarps that's not doing anything. I got a couple of them that aren't on that level, but based off of how I'm producing these dogs, I'm sure they're going to all figure it out and it's going to be a wrap. So them tarp type roofs that you get, with your kennel, man, damn it. I done went through so many of those. I'll be so upset when they tear my shit up, but it's like, man, look what kind of dogs you got, So anyway, I love you, Snow, my Kangal from Serbia, but oh, bitch, you pissed me off 2 nights ago, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And then you had Mariah Carey telling on your ass at 10:30 p.m. That bitch. That freaking Malawa, freaking high note barking bitch. I love that bitch though, man. She a beautiful bitch, man. But it is what it is, man. But that was my week. You know what I mean? Puppies are doing amazing though, y'all. Them puppies, I'm so grateful that I was able to produce what I was able to produce. I was going to keep a female, but I'm gonna let the world get them. I got Red Tiger Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like, Red Tiger Jr. was something that I know God gave me when it came to my dogs. To be able to have one puppy. I was hoping for a full litter, but to be able to have one puppy and it and it be Red Tiger Jr. for me, it's like, okay, that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? I'll let the world get these, you know what I'm saying? I'll let the world get these, and I'll just focus on what I got right now. And yeah, man, that's what I decided. You know what I mean? Because I was gonna keep a female, but it's like I don't need that. I got Junior. I'm just gonna go take his semen and just store as much of that of his semen as possible. And that's my he's gonna be my red tiger. You know what I mean? Because that's Red Tiger Jr. in my eyes. But the world will be able to get these red tigers because there was a lot of people who wanted that DNA. And so we'll see, as now that they'll be ready to go to their new homes this week. They'll be ready to go to their new homes. We're going to see how many people, you know, that was woofing about, getting some red tiger DNA is going to step. You know what I mean? We're going to see. So anyway, but man, they look amazing, growing fast, real activated, showing me things that I already knew what was going to be in them. But I like their personalities. They're very bold. Um, got that curious George in them. You know what I'm saying? I like dogs that got that curious George. They got that Dora the Explorer in them. You know what I mean? They try different things. They're not afraid to, jump off of stuff and fall down and fuck themselves up. You know what I mean? Do that puppy shit, not knowing what you're getting yourself into, but you get yourself into, and it doesn't really startle you too much. You see a dog fall down and you're like, damn, that was a fucking steep ass fall, but you know what I mean? Dog just shrugs it off like it ain't shit. You like, damn, okay, all right, man, all right, I like that. I like that a lot. So puppies are developing very nicely. Shout out to Tigress, like I already told y'all, she's going in the Hall of Fame. She's going in the Hall of Fame as one of my super producers. God has definitely blessed me with some top tier females, in my dog man career that has produced me some next level type dogs. I'm so grateful for being able to experience what a next level type dog is. You know what I mean? To be able to see it and then understand, you know, it's not necessarily what you see in a dog visually. However, it's more about what they can produce when you're a breeder, right? You understand that more and more when you actually see productions from dogs that you wouldn't even think would give you dogs that you see that you're impressed with, right? Like, wow, I'm impressed. That came from you. And then genetically, you say to yourself, of course that came from her. Look at her genetics. Look who her parents are. Look at her grandparents, great grandparents, etc. Look at the blood. Look at the genetics, past tense. Of course, that bitch can produce that. Of course. So shout out to Tigress, man. She did it again. That bitch did it again. Yeah, them chocolate brindles, man. I mean, I'm not a color dude, Duro. However, that's what Tigress has been doing for me. She's giving me the rainbow, man. That's what she stayed throwing them colors, them variances. Them color variances, that's what she do, man. She'll give you a rainbow litter, all variety pack of colors, man. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, man, Tigress is, man, she the truth, man. She the truth. So let me take another sip of this vodka lemonade. Y'all make sure y'all take y'all a sip of your shot or you take a puff, eat you a couple more edible cookies with the herbal sensations in it, brownies, whatever you do. Cheers, man. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, chat. You know what I mean? We gonna cook up like we always do. This is the classroom. This is where the dog man and dog women engineers come. You know what I mean? This is where the Elon Musks of dogs come. You know what I'm saying? Who's my other scientist, man, back in the day, man? Legendary scientist, man. Hold on. Not Einstein. Nikola Tesla. Hey, these are the over here. This classroom is for the Nikola Teslas of the dog game, of the dog men. That's who we are. You know what I mean? We really, really putting the genetic mathematics together. We're not naive about these dogs and how they created. We understand performance and we trying to maximize performance. We don't think inside a box. We think outside a box to create the box. You feel me? We think outside the box to create the box. That's why we high performance, top tier dog engineers. So salute to y'all. Cheers to y'all, man. Man, I needed that, man. Woo, this is a rough week. It's been raining all week, cold. I'm out here one-man banding. You know what I mean? Everything on my own. Take care of all the dogs myself. Rain, sleet, hell, snow. No days off. It ain't easy, man. Plus doing everything else I got to do in my life, which is a lot. A whole lot. One-man band. But I'm going to go ahead and drop this link. Those of you who are qualified, you can hit the link. Okay? If you're not qualified, then you'll be waiting in the lobby backstage and you won't be able to enter. But if you're qualified, you'll be able to come up on stage and shit, we can cook, man. If not, cook in the chat. You know what I mean? While we cook on the panel. So let me drop this link and then yeah, man, we'll tap into that topic, man, and we'll do what we do. You know what I mean? We'll do what we do best. Classroom shit. Yeah, whoever gets one of these damn Formula One Bulldogs, man, thank me later. You ain't gotta thank me now. Just thank me later. Thank me later. Like, yo, coach, you ain't, you ain't never capped. I don't have to. I live this shit. I don't have to, man. You know what I mean? I really live this shit. I really am the player coach. So I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna be what it is. You know what I mean? So these Bulldogs is definitely gonna be on that level. I'm already knowing. I can already tell. Duro.
Red Tiger is back, guys.
Red Tiger is back.
What up, coach?
Man, what's good with you, Duro?
Nah, man, I enjoyed that video, man. I was looking at the puppies. I said, yo.
Oh, Duro, man. Oh, this is what your boy, man. This is what your boy do. Like, this is my gift, man. I mean, shit. Like I said, not to sound conceited or
good, fellas.
Young
What up,
Red.
Reddy?
Was good.
Chilling, man.
Well,
dog.
Happy to be up here today with y'all, man.
No, yeah, man, man, we glad to have you, man. You already know.
Word.
But like I was saying, Duro, like not to sound like cocky or just over the top narcissistic when it comes to this dog, like making dogs type shit, but like, bro, like I got the passion of the Christ when it comes to making dogs and doing dogs. Like that's a high level passion when you got the passion for the Christ.
Talk that shit.
You feel me? So when it comes to my cook-ups and I'm cooking up top tier type genetics, I mean, shit, when you see these, when you see the puppies, you feel me? When you see them looking like that, when you see them looking like Red Tiger, hey, now, do they not look similar to Red Tiger or not?
Yo, they almost look just like him.
Similar, but not. They look like they own dog to me. But I see similarities.
But what I'm saying to you guys is similar, exactly. The key word is similar, not the same, but similar.
Yeah,
but
right.
The key to what I wanted to do was to resurrect the genetics in his phenotypical, like, well, okay, that's a red tiger. That's a red tiger pup.
Tiger pup, right.
I want you to be able to say that, but of course we got Tigress in there. I need Tigress in there to change and correct the shit. I need her in there for correction. But for you to say, as a consumer, or let's say a fan or whoever, a breeder, be like, yeah, I see that Red Tiger in all of those puppies. That's all I wanted.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all I wanted to see. And so for me to see that, bingo. You know what I'm saying? And then, hopefully, God willing, which I feel that Tigress is definitely going to give that vigor, that hybrid vigor to go ahead and change the things that I did not care for about Red Tiger? That's all I asked her to do. Now, whatever else you're gonna add is just, icing on the cake. But all I really wanted from Tigress is this, man, to give me that high performance air intake. That's really, I wanted that stamina that she got and the air intake. That's really what I wanted. Everything else that she gives me is like extra. That's extra.
Right.
What up, y'all?
What's good with
What
you?
up, bro?
Big Ja,
Yes, sir.
aka Catch Dog Concepts, doing all the interviews.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Killing the game right now.
Going strong.
Appreciate it, man.
Now, hey, Big Ja, don't think that I ain't supporting you. You know what I mean? I understand. I might not be on the lives, but I'm watching. You just know that the coach is I play all the positions, so I barely got time to do this. You
Oh
see what
no,
I'm saying?
I already know. You mean what's understood don't need to be explained. I already know.
Okay.
Right.
Just understand that I'm here. I always got love for y'all. I'm here, so I'm supporting y'all. You feel me? But if I don't show up on the lives and stuff like that, just know the coaches are one. I play all the positions, all the instruments. I sing, dance, all the shit. So there's not enough for me to go around. So I just want you to understand. I'm always there. I'm always watching. You understand?
For sure. For sure.
So it's all love.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. For sure.
Yeah, that was a dope interview you did with Caveman too.
Yeah, that was real
Man.
cool, man. Hey, he got a lot to him.
Yeah, it got a lot of layers.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Man,
Shout
Brady,
out to Cave, man.
that breeding he was talking about with the what was that? Caucasian Shepherd, Malinois, and
Great
I
Dane.
think it was Great Dane. Boy, that's some heat.
Yeah.
But this is the stuff that we always talk about, right? This is the stuff that gets us excited as dogman engineers, right? Is because look at the combo. Like you said, the combo alone, you talking about those combination gives us that, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't even seen the dog touch the dog, but to know that K-Man cooking up stuff like that is like, damn, that makes us excited.
Yep. And he doing the science real. You know what I'm saying? Just like you, coach.
I mean, that's why we had to give him his flowers when he came up and he was talking that shit the other time, last Thursday. You know what I mean? That's why, I had to tap in on the chat. I was like, man, I gotta let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, on our group chat that we got. You know what I'm saying? That y'all be cooking every day, all day, but I had to tap in, y'all. I was like, yo, K-Man was over there. Boy, K-Man was over there on Buck City over there giving him a nice little, flip of the coin. You know what I mean? Shit.
Man, I tried to watch that, man. 10 hours is crazy.
Nah, it's in the beginning when K-Man was on there.
It's like the first 3 hours. Like once you go to 3 hours, you gotta go to like 3 hours and 50 seconds.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to go back in because I caught some of it, but man, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was in the beginning. You know what I mean? When K-Man came on there, and he was giving them game. And then he was talking about the Blue Dog, and then of course Buck City, being a man of content. He was like, oh, the Blue Dog, and then of course Caveman, shout out to Caveman, he gave him the game like, man, all the blue is a black, it's the dilute gene, man, that's all it is. You know what I mean? Just giving them game, and then not the Blue Dog, so it was just shout out to Caveman, giving them guys a different perspective on things that is really playing in the breed that they love so much that they don't even understand themselves.
So,
you know what I mean? They just don't get it. And then they was over there fucking giving Yellow. Remember Yellow One came on I think maybe two episodes ago.
Right.
And he came on and gave his his opinion on what he thought about purebred dogs versus non-purebred dogs. But they was over there fucking jumping, putting the jump down on my man Yeller and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he had a segment where he was talking about Mayday and Mayday's father being possibly bred to a Fila, or possibly bred to what's the other dog? Tosa, yeah. And so, you know, they had that topic of discussion, and then of course they're trying to make him feel like he's that, you know, that he just don't know what he's talking about. And so me, you know, just in the audience, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the back row, so you don't even see the coach, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the back row watching, and I'm like, man, if they only really knew, right? If you really knew how performance dogs were bred, you wouldn't be ruling out what Yellow One is talking about when it comes to these dogs. Now, we would never know, but you wouldn't rule it out, because these guys is talking like, oh, they would never, why would you do this? Why would you do that? You know, they talking like that, but it's like, why wouldn't you? Let's say you own a Tosa or whatever, a Fila. Let's say you actually had one on your yard, because see, individuals who talking like they do on these shows, they've never touched other dogs. They've never seen other dogs.
Right.
To even have an opinion why somebody would breed another breed to their game pit bull, right? So let's just say that breeder of that day and time had a Tosa or had a Fila or whatever type dog, right? And it happened to have a yard accident. And that yard accident demolished your best pit bull. Your best pit bull demolished it. Had your jaw on the ground. Like, what? Why would you not breed that in your program? Why would you not breed that in your program? Why would you not? Now, if I was someone from the outside looking in and never had a different breed of dog, never seen them perform at that level that you, let's say back in the day, they was performing in. If I never knew anything, of course I would say something stupid. And when they was talking to Yella, they were trying to make him feel stupid. But at the same time, in reality, me in the back of the stands is like, bro, y'all have no clue, because y'all ain't never touched a Tosa. Y'all ain't never touched a Fila. You ain't never seen a yard accident from a dog from another breed demolish a pit bull. You ain't never seen that before. And if I was competing and I seen that, I'm using that. Oh, I'm using that. Not only that, you've never bred another breed into a dog and seen a whole litter take after one side of the parents. Or you might have never had a dog that dominates a litter, whatever, like I got, AK-47 Chopper. I can take AK to any breed and he'll dominate the breed. You'll see AK in any breed I could come up with. So then, if I know how to pick out dogs to hide that I mixed it, and I know that those genetics are dominant from AK, and I run it back into the same breed, then I can wash it out. You never know I added that in there. You never would know that I added it.
Right.
And there will never be a time where that full-blooded Tosa or Fila, whatever that dog is, Mastiff, would come back 5 generations back to a regular Mastiff. There's no fucking way that's coming back. You go, oh, I saw that Mastiff. It is 5 generations back from the first fucking F1. Shut your, you know what I mean? When I hear that dumb shit they be talking about, I was like, shut your stupid ass up. Y'all don't know nothing about breeding dogs. Y'all don't know nothing about those genetics. Ain't no fucking Mastiff coming back, full Mastiff looking 5 generations back. That's just watered down, man. That's just watered down. But that's how they was trying to make my man Yellow feel, man. So I digress.
It's all about your base.
No, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Yellow, your man?
I mean, he came on the panel. You know how I'm the coach, man. Come on, man. I'm the coach.
Draymond, chill.
I gotta be politically correct.
I was just asking.
Come on, man. I'm the coach.
You know, I learned something. You know, there's different bloodlines of Borble.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that, but I still don't know a lot. Like I think there might be different traits that come with them.
There's variances of every dog. We talked about this. We talked about it. If
See, I only knew the types. I didn't know like bloodlines, which is is types also, but I think you get what I'm saying.
hey, Duro,
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
ask you because you know I respect you. You know,
Yeah.
I'm damn near gonna give you the assistant head coach title. Okay, so I gotta ask you, like, why'd you ask me that question? Because you know, I seen sure enough, you mentioned something about Yella being solid. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I would like to know, you know, what's like, why would you ask me that? You know, and you can be honest, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I just wanted to know because you said my man. I was like, oh, that's your man. Because I didn't know where he came from. Like when he got on the live, I didn't know where he came from. So I was like, I didn't
Okay.
know if you knew him or not.
No, I didn't know him like personally. I've never, but I've seen him in, I've seen them, get on him on Buck City a few times in the past.
Hmm.
And for him to come in our chat and ask some valid questions and get, some real answers that he could respect, you know, I was grateful that he came, to our panel to get the real, that real to real, that engineer type shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
And he understood it versus going over to Buck City and then it's always ending in some fucking fuckery where they're not really respecting his view and they're trying to downplay him like he's low-key stupid when he actually know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these dogs, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, my man Yella. I don't know him personally though, Duro, to be honest.
Oh, I thought he was like on the channel or something before or something, so I didn't know.
No. I just seen him always on Buck City and stuff like that. And I remember back in the day where, they was giving him a hard time. They was giving him a hard time back in the day. Because he was speaking on things that is, those of us who really cook, those of us who understand performance dogs, we get it. I would never downplay what he thinks is what could possibly be with these dogs. We never know. I would never like confirm it, like, oh yeah, it is that. But I would say, it is a possibility. But he's talking to individuals who really ain't engineers of performance dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like they have no clue how to make dogs. They just copy in pedigrees. They copy in what other people did in the past that they don't even know what they did. They you know what I'm saying? Like they copying folklore and shit like that versus like you really are a top tier fucking cook of dogs. Like you know how to cook performance dogs. You've cooked them multiple times. You understand why genetic variance works well with high performance working dogs. You know what I mean? Like how we talked about why there's so many different variants, like you mentioned, Cash Dog, Big Jaw, the Borbal and the different variants of the Borbles, the different variants of the Dobermans, the variances of the Shepherds. There's reasons why dog men do this because they want performance out of their dogs.
Yeah.
If my dogs aren't performing at the level that I want, and you got something of another breed that I need, I'm cooking it in there. And then I'm going to wash it out. I'm going to cook it in, and then I'm going to wash it out so where you don't know that I cooked it in. That's what I'm going to do.
I think it's something else. Like the Borbal was one of the breeds that had to be reconstructed or brought back because it was almost extinct. And I think in the process of doing that, some people like the breeds that they brought to it, which I'm not 100% sure what all of it was. I think they might have saw what they were bringing in, and they liked what that looked like and what it did. So I think they might have just kept that or bred back to another Borbal, and then kept whatever they liked in there.
The traits, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they brought that back in line bred.
Exactly.
That's how. Okay, if you're a real top tier performance dog type engineer like we are over here, of course you would do that. And then we would not be questioning you why you doing it. There won't be no question why other than, yeah, that makes sense. Because we're looking at the math. We're looking at the genetic math. We're trying to bring it back. We're trying to correct things. We need other genetic DNAs, genetic characteristics to add in there to correct these things, to make it better. We know this. But if you talk like how a lot of individuals talk that aren't really doing this shit, and it's the, it's the sheep talking. It's not the shepherd talking, but it's the sheep, all the sheep talking. Then, you're going to fall in line with that. You're going to believe that. And then the dogs are going to be what they have been for the past, whatever, 10 plus years, maybe 20 plus years. They've been shit because people are breeding wrong. They don't have a clue how to breed, Like, think about when they talk about, and I always reference the pit bull because, that's the ultimate performance dog, right? But they talk about colon dogs that are cold and dogs that whatever, right? Didn't make your cut as puppies. But then you bred them with top tier fucking champion parents. Why would you call any of those dogs when it comes to your breeding program if they came off of 2 top tier genetic champion type parents? Now, not every one of them is going to perform like their parents or better than their parents. We understand that. And that's going to go into our topic tonight. Okay. But we understand that. However, the DNA profile is still the DNA profile. Why would I not use them dogs in my breeding program? Why would I call them dogs? And not only that, we talked about how the dog that is the superior performer might not produce like the one who didn't perform. We talked about that too before. We talked about that. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
So if I'm really in tune with my breeding program, that's why I say when people talk like that, they're not breeders. When you talk like that, it sounds stupid to one who really understands breeding, who experiments so that I'm gonna speak for myself. I experiment with all my genetics so I understand what I'm gonna get. I don't assume shit when it comes to breeding because we know we're only assistants to God. We're not God when it comes to breeding. God is God. God knows what's gonna come out. All we can do is hope and pray that, we get something half of what we want or more, half or more. But in reality, like, if you're not experimenting as a dog breeder with your top tier genetics, with the runt, with the one that's shy, with the one that's rah shish boom ba, with the ugly bitch, with the ugly male. If you're not experimenting with them all, you will never know what you're gonna get. You'll never get the full potential of your genetic profile. Never.
That's a fact. Yeah. It's a fact.
And I'm a witness of this. I'm not speaking out of all hypothetical, all coaches sound good. This is what I've experienced myself by doing it. It's like, yo, I didn't know that you produced that bitch. That shit came out of you, bitch. Like real shit. You, male, like, that's how I know. So when you respect and understand your genetics and you respect and understand your program and you allow the dogs that you have to show you what they can produce, not look at them like, oh, you look like shit, you ain't gonna produce me shit. I'm a digress, but think about how you might meet this girl, right? Pretty ass bitch. She pretty, right? Oh, everybody love her, man. Then you meet her mom. She a little fat slot. Her mom is fat and sloppy bitch. I don't know how many times. I mean, I've met some like that, by the way. Mom, like, damn, that's your mama? You came out your mama? Real shit. Same thing with dogs, okay? So let's get into this topic, man. Okay, and I'm gonna put this on the ticker because I already know young Ready Red is gonna tell me, man, put that shit on the ticker, coach.
Facts.
Put that shit on the ticker, coach. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, man. So
because Duro already kind of showed me the Snapple facts with the pit bull where he had the paperwork that showed that they used Chihuahua.
Oh yeah, Duro came in there and showed me too. He's like, coach, let's do the checks and balances, coach. I was like, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. That's a fact. So
I appreciate y'all for listening, though.
Come on, man.
What?
We got to have an ear to hear.
You already know, man.
How do we learn if we not listening to each other? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not how we learn.
Sometimes people don't listen; they just want to talk. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
then
it's a couple people who think they know everything and just want to run their mouth, but don't really want to listen and get the right information. Too much pride.
They're not a
So
part of our classroom, though. That's that. I mean, they don't matter because they're not a part of our classroom. Over here, this is about the supercomputer, so everybody matter.
that's a
Everybody
fact.
matter,
That's
especially
a
when
fact.
it makes sense. Especially when we can all break it down and be like, okay, yeah, that well, there it is. I ain't got to second guess it when you put it in my face. I
Right.
ain't got to second guess it when you put the math in front of me and I do the math. Damn, the math is right. We can't deny the mathematics. I mean, what you put in front of me is 100. So I got to give it to you. I stand corrected. And that's how we supposed to be. That's how we elevate. You know what I mean?
Respect.
facts.
So salute to you on that. So you know how the coach is gonna do. I'm gonna lay the topic down and I'm gonna sit back, you know what I mean, and piggyback off of y'all because like I said, I mean, as the coach, I mean, I'm good at X's and O's. Y'all know I'm good at them X's and O's. I mean, I'm the coach. So I'd rather, you guys cook and then I kind of add into how y'all cooking and stuff like that because I respect y'all's mind. And I know the chat gonna cook on this, and we can make it more of an inclusive, conversation. And that's how we learn even more because we got ideas and stuff from everybody versus just ideas from the coach.
Reddy and Job like Pinky in the brain. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all cook first.
Crazy, man.
Ah,
Oh boy.
Nah, but I would say, yeah, you could probably develop something, but nah, it's really about the dog. It got to be in the dog already. You know what I'm saying? For it to have that willpower to want to go and get something. Yeah, you could breed. Yeah, you could breed other breeds that already do that job into it, but are they really? Do they really want to do it, or you got to train them? Some of them's gonna do it, the job, without you putting that train into them.
right,
They gotta have the will to want to go and get them big ass game animals, not just the small hogs, like the big hogs.
right, right,
Not all of them dogs is gonna want to do that. They're gonna need maybe a team around them to give them the extra battery. You know what I'm saying? Push
right,
that push.
right,
They gotta already be the dog already. Like a mongrel dog could have the will already, the heart, and smack up a couple of these dogs, these big dogs, any dog. You know what I'm saying? They gotta already have that in them. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. Everything you say makes sense.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Job.
All right. So I'm gonna go back to my dog, my pressure scenario that I had. Rest in peace to Onyx, man. But so I'll say you can, yeah, you can. But I'd say there's points where you can build it or you can make the dog express it. So my dog, my presser was real friendly. I say he was confident because I'd have 4 or 5 people over and we're in the backyard playing basketball. I let him out. He's not trying to bite anybody. He's not sitting in the corner trying to wonder who these people are because this is the first time he's met them.
Mhm.
He's prancing around, tail wagging, and kind of just walking up to people, getting pet. And I think I've said this before. I was walking him one day and a German Shepherd ran out on us, and he didn't show any signs of aggression. He was attentive. So I say sometimes you have to do testing or put that dog in a situation to where he's going to have to defend himself or defend you in order for that dog to be developed. Uh, but from the parent standpoint, I'll say at least one of them has to have some type of not even a bite or anything. They just have to have that in them, you know. But a lot of people aren't like not a lot of normal people are testing and putting a situation to put their dog in a live bite. But yeah, that's it for me.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. The thing is, for me, and I'm gonna just be honest, it's like, can the willpower heart of a dog be bred into, or can it be developed into, or none of the above? And I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna say that it can definitely be bred into it because, but I think it's breed wise. Like I think it's based on the breed. That's what I think. I think if you got that aggressive breed type of dog, then yeah, then you can. It's definitely bred into it. But
Yes.
I think if it's not so much, but it has the drive, then I think you can develop it. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, we all love bulldogs over here. So like the American Pit Bull Terrier, um, and so on, right? I feel like, yeah, those dogs are definitely, pass down that aggression and that drive, because you will see it, with productions or breeding. You might dig and you might say, yo, that that girl right there, she acts just like the mom. You know what I'm saying? Now every puppy might not be like that. You might got some puppies, they want to be alone, they in the back, they sleep, you know what I mean? But the other ones over there tugging the board, they playing, they biting each other.
Hmm.
So I feel like that can be. Now, think about it. Now, I've seen some nasty Labradors. I've seen some nasty black labs, straight game black labs,
Hmm.
right? But I feel like those dogs are developed to have that because they learn from each other. It's like what Coach was saying earlier, like, a dog, they learn from each other. And
Right.
that's very true. So, if you got a nasty lab and you like, okay, well, I just got this pup, I'm gonna let this pup be with Bogart over here. You know what I mean? That pup gonna learn some things or two from Bogart, no doubt. You
Facts.
understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand like that. So that's developing, and I feel like that other thing is that is bred in. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like you inherit that from your mom or your dad. You know what I'm saying? And if your mom and your dad got it, then you got it double. So that dog is crazy as hell. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
right,
definitely.
right. So that's how I think. That's what I
Or
think.
a sucker.
And can I add something?
Yeah,
So kind of, it's kind of like with the wolves. They'll see like the pups. They'll be sitting back watching the dogs hunt. I mean, I feel like it's the same way. You have those dogs have to kind of be showed. Okay, I can go check somebody, or I can go run through somebody's face. I just saw mom and dad do it, or I just saw my older brother do it. And that's kind of what I said. They have to be pushed or they have to be tested to see if it's in them. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them from the
you
jump
cut
give you
out, bro.
puppy scratch.
On it. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely having a dog, because sometimes a dog can show, an older dog can show your puppy more than you can, or bring something out of them that you can't, or you have to
Abs-
do through testing.
Absolutely. It's just like my dog that passed away, my girl Dice. Like Bane, Bane, she taught Bane a lot, and that I didn't even know that she taught him. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even know like he inherited that from her, but he watched her. He paid attention to her. You know what I'm saying? Like when she slept, he wanted to sleep with her. But she was the
Yeah.
type of dog, she wasn't having that, even though he was only a baby. She was like, "No, dude, you gonna lay over there." You understand what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, she learned from him. He learned from him, pardon me. Like he learned when I'm outside, when I took him for their first walk together, he learned like from her, like, this how you watch daddy, bruh. This how you do your business right here, bro. This is how you watch daddy. This how you watch your back. I got you, you got me, type of thing. So now when I see him with Chanel, you understand? I'm looking and I'm saying, damn man, I'm saying, yo, he act just like Dice. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just walk up to me. Like you can't just be, oh hey, you don't please. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things. And when she was alive, you definitely couldn't do that. So that's something that he learned from her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those type of things. Like, and that's what I think. Like, they can learn from the older dogs,
Well,
Yeah.
and I know some people that don't want to. They don't. some of them say they prefer not to socialize their dog as much as you would like a companion. Like, of course, they're taking them out to see people, so they're somewhat used to them, but accustomed to them. But some of them like, nah, I don't want everybody approaching my dog, because then
Yeah,
that'll end up messing the
I'm
dog up, and they'll be too friendly.
yeah.
So there's a
I'm
lot that can determine that, even without the resume of the parents or the pedigree.
Nah, that's a fact. They do that.
yeah.
I like to socialize my dog with the sounds outside more or less than the people. You know what I'm saying?
People. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Because you don't want to scare this dog. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
hell
Nope.
no.
And that's a
Already
biter, ear biter.
a loud radio pass and the dog jump and run and about to, you know what I'm saying, run into the street. You don't want none of that. But I don't really like all the people like petting my dog. Like I
Yeah.
didn't do that with Dice, I didn't do that with Bane, I didn't do that with Chanel, so on, so on. So I don't really like people petting my dog. But I do know how to train them, whereas though when I say it's okay, they get it that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody like, oh, can I pet him? And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. They understand, like, all right, yeah. Well, he said it's all right. But if that person was just to walk up and just be like, oh my God, so cute. Oh,
Hell
please
no.
don't. Yeah, total different story, total different dogs. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, yeah,
And a lot of them older dog coach probably ready to talk, but a lot of them older dog men I know that have yards, they usually take older dogs that might have been that might be getting rehomed because they're too aggressive, or they're dog aggressive, or they're human aggressive. And
right,
then and then they'll use training to master that, but then implement that into their program, so they'll know these puppies are going to be, they're going to have the capability to try a man or a beast. And I'm
right.
specifically talking about.
Yo, just tell me what was the will and that hound going up the tree to get that mountain lion, son.
Oh man, I couldn't. That,
Bro, that's will, son.
yeah, he
Not
won.
just heart. That was will. It climbed the tree, man, all the way up, like mad high, like death heights. You know what I'm saying?
It was two videos like that. One of them was holding on to the barrel while it was
Yeah,
going three too.
yeah, I seen that one too.
Yeah,
Like,
that one wanted him gone. He wanted him dead.
but you gotta have it. Gotta be in the dog, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Because not every
Because it
dog is going.
was it was like 100 of the other ones down there too. Why them wasn't climbing?
They weren't even trying to jump up the tree, like
Exactly,
even just on the bottom of it.
exactly, bro.
And bro, with the breeds that I like and that I look to and have kind of been around, a lot of them would just bark behind that fence,
They go, okay, man.
and then some of them will actually run up on a man and try and take his head off, but not all of them will.
Well, you can already tell. I'm like, you can already tell, like, the dogs that really will attack and the dogs that just bark. Like, cause like, check this out. Like, this is like years ago. I was doing exterminating, right? So this guy, like, I get to the house. This guy, like, you know what I mean? He like, um, oh, the door is open. So I open up the door, right? So he got this dog. I don't know. It looked like, I don't know, man, maybe a lab pit mix type of thing. I don't know what that thing was, but he the thing barking, 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 barking. But when I took a step forward to close the door, he backed up, and that
Mm,
let me know that he not really like that.
like that, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's how you can tell, like, if a dog really like that. If they behind a fence and you go, ah, you mother, and they back up, they ain't like that. But that month that try to bite that gate, that's the one that he
Yeah,
like or she like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah.
especially if they just sit there and stare at you
Yeah,
and their lips pulled back. Yeah, yeah,
that real intense look. That's
yeah.
how you it's ready to go, and they will go. You know what I'm
And then
saying?
over the gate.
I like that
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I like.
me too.
for sure.
Y'all cooking, man. I'm okay. I'm in the class, so I'm listening. Go ahead. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Shit. Go ahead. Y'all talking that shit.
One thing though. I think I was listening to Vanguard K9. He said this, but I was definitely aware of this before. But he said sometimes the police will take they'll take say a male and a female that have
Mm-hmm.
sniffed out probably 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 20 kilos cocaine, or apprehended 20 men, and people and the police would rather prefer to breed those two together instead of a dog with a pedigree, where some of them are have did big accomplishments like that, and some that have did maybe a few things but really weren't that official with their work.
Mm.
Right. Right.
So sometimes it's not all about the pedigree, which it like definitely look at it. I'm not saying that, but
No,
sometimes
you're
some of
right.
those dogs aren't like that in that pedigree, and maybe one or two are.
Right. Show enough said y'all like them bite crazy dogs. That's a lawsuit. See, the thing is though, like it's all in how you train your dog. Like if you know how to train your dog, like I know how to train my dog. Like Dice was my protection dog, right? So like I know how to train a dog, whereas though I can have a dog, I can have her damn near tear somebody out their frame, but I also can have her be the sweetest dog ever. It's all in how you condition
Amen.
that dog. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? If you condition your dog where it's just not just it knows when to go and when not to go, that's the most important thing. Now when you just got a dog that just bite crazy, just bite everything, or bite you, bite your nose off, bite your children not nose off and all that, then that's a lawsuit. That's
Some
that's
people,
crazy,
yeah,
that's crazy Jones. Like you
Fact.
know what I'm saying? The Jones you can't control, you can't take them to the vet, you can't do nothing. That's a lawsuit. But the Jones like some dogs,
Liability.
huh? What you say?
Yeah, that liability.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
Our
liability one.
dogs got on and off switches,
You and
basically.
you have to have that. That's important when you're talking about training. You're talking about protection or bite work and all that. Your dog has to know the out. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have shock collars and shocking them thinking that's gonna stop them because you know what I'm saying. I seen something like that go horrific. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
dog was freaking out, was going off on somebody, and didn't have an outward. He shocked them with the shock collar. That made it worse.
mad. Yeah, made them
You know what
mad.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
And
made
he
them mad.
don't know where it's coming from neither.
Yeah. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. So you gotta really know how what you're doing as when they're young and they're able to pull off or something. You have to have that word, that respect. They have to have that respect for you. You know what I'm saying? To know when daddy say nah, then they know nah. You know what I'm saying? So, and dogs are really good animals. So they know what's a threat and they could tell, they can feel things before we can. So half of the
Some
time they
of them
on it.
are nervous though too. Not to cut
Huh?
you off.
What you say, brother?
Some of them have them nerves where they can't function, or they just scared to piss. They pissing and they just, oh my god, he finna come get me. Oh my god, what is that? It's moving.
You said they
yeah.
scared to piss.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, when you get a dog like that, that's a dog that really
That's
wasn't
that
even
right. Yeah,
stimulated as a puppy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like they wasn't really even like it's important when they puppies. You can't just have a litter and just stick them in the basement. Just like all
long.
right,
Yeah,
yeah. You know
With
what
the
I'm saying?
lights
You
off,
gotta
feet
go
and
down
them.
out.
there, pet them Jones. You know what I'm saying? Deworm them Jones. Let them hear your voice, like so they know. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that ins and out that's very critical in that
Oh,
state. You know what I'm saying? When they're very young. So when you see a dog like that or schizo dog, that's where that should come from.
Yeah.
I
You know?
remember when I was at this one school, this boarding school, when I was young. And this chick, her mom had got her this Doberman Pinscher puppy. That joint was mad scared, mad skittish. They had got it from a farm, and apparently it was like the mom had it like under a car inside a barn, so they
Mm,
ain't really get no no human touch and no socialization.
right.
The
Mhm.
person was just trying to get rid of them, and they just grabbed the puppy. Like they had to chase the puppies around. Like I was like, damn, that's crazy. Until they got it. That joint was hot, but it was scared. That scared hot.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep. And that's a dangerous dog, man. A
Yeah, that's
scared dog.
dangerous. Yeah, that was a
That's
dangerous
dangerous.
dog.
That's a liability too, man. Those scared dogs. Those dogs are scary, and because they unpredictable at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
You know, it's like my man Mac just said. He said, "Yes, sir, D. My boy only act a fool if somebody comes to the door, but sweet as pie at the vet."
I was
So
supposed to
like that's how it's supposed to be. Absolutely.
Yep.
That's what you want. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? You want because see that dog is protecting you now, and that dog is protecting the house and his area and everything. When he get to the vet, he know, oh, these people ain't trying to hurt me. They here to help me. And that's from you doing that as a young as when he was a young puppy, my G. So he understand. You know what I'm saying? That he understand the assignment basically. You know what I'm saying? So like that's important. Like that type of socialization with your dogs and that type of stimulation with your puppies, that's very important too. Because then that helps them understand, man. Because you don't just want no dog that's, you know what I'm saying, your mom come over, you get like, hold on, let me put the dogs up. See, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like that's crazy. Or your kids or your nephews, nieces, aunts, uncles, older folks, and you like, hold on, I gotta put the dogs up. You don't got no control over them. See, that's a bad thing. So if that dog get out and it's gonna get shot, it's gonna get put down, and you gonna get sued.
Yep.
You know what I'm
And
saying? So
I'm gonna say it's personnel too, knowing the dog and knowing what his history and where you got it from and what the dogs the person you got it from that came before it are like I'm gonna be honest, me, when I got my presser, I was 10 years old, maybe 9 or 8, one of those. I was like 10 years old.
yeah,
My mama and my mom's husband at the time didn't know that the Presa Canario was a fighting dog that caught and killed other what's on property, and
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So then, I'm wondering why this dog is like nipping and just running around, barreling into me at 10, 11 years old. Once he's getting bigger, so I didn't know that, but luckily he wasn't that type of dog to where he was mad aggressive or he was mad dominant to where he would probably try and attack me or my mom or somebody else. But I
mhm,
will say it was kind of hard controlling him at the time too, until I got a little older.
right.
Mm,
See, that's when somebody was supposed to put that in check and let them
yeah.
know. You know what I'm saying? You was only 11, so that means you was still a kid. But
Yeah.
also, a lot of parents don't know, man. Certain breeds are not for children. You know what I'm saying? So like even like we all like well, not we all like, but like a lot of family dogs, and they like golden retrievers. The what's the Lassie dog? What kind of dog is that?
Collie.
Yeah,
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 the
Ollie.
border collie. That's one of the
Yeah,
Nah,
worst
a
dogs to
collie.
have around kids, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of the worst dogs to have around kids. That will bite your kids, and it
Yep.
doesn't understand because it's not supposed to be around. It see them as prey. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying?
yeah.
Uh, Python Don said pedigree benefits a breeder because it can be a god of sorts. When you are getting a dog for function, the only thing that matters is the performance, spike work, hunting, etc.
Mm,
What y'all think about that?
I think I think he absolutely right because when you think about a pedigree, it really does benefit the breeder, especially these days. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? If you saying that you got this bloodline or you got this dog, you know what I'm saying? It definitely gonna benefit the breeder. But you know what I'm saying? When you're getting a dog for that function, you getting a band dog or something that's a working performance dog. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that matter is how that dog perform and how that dog work. What's the traits that you get out of that dog? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I think the pedigree thing, I think a lot of I kind of put the pedigree thing, I kind of put that with like show dogs, man, like AKC type
Or
shit. I kind of put that with that because like that's all you really getting. Like you just getting the the paperwork for the dog, and you're really just getting like, okay, man, this got Gunner in it, this got AK in it, you know what I'm saying, this got Bane in it, like this all you getting really, right? But you're not really getting like You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that performance though. What about that performance? You only getting like, okay, this was on the pedigree. You know what I'm saying? But when you get that performance, you like shit. And now if you got paperwork on that performance, dog, you like shit, man. That got AK-47 on that joint. So you like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like now we know what his daddy can do. His daddy can jump up in the air, hang for hours. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we trying to see, like we can see that. So I definitely agree.
I'll
But
be
now,
looking.
now, go ahead, young, ready, go ahead.
I'll be looking at like the dogs in the show ring. Like we see them all running around in the ring and stuff, but none of them is like trying to get busy with each other. So that's not really that dog.
Right.
That's
That's a fact.
that's like the watered down version, like what Caveman was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what like did the dogs that was in the ring? What have they done outside
Just
of the ring? You know what I'm
just
saying?
one thing.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like, what have they done? Or are they just bred and then born? Oh, this joint's perfect. Now I'm gonna bring it here and show it because I
Right.
think this is the best model of the breed. So I'm gonna
Right.
show it to the world. But what did that dog do? You know what I'm saying?
Now,
Did it hunt?
now you guys see that I posted what Tony said, man. And this is the key thing with paperwork, and this is something that I experienced with papers. Remember, I've told you I got 3 binders full, thick like the Bible, okay, of paper dogs all through the years, puppies, etc. that I've papered, dogs I bought. And Tony says something that's 1,000 when it comes to paperwork. That's if you believe it. It's only a plus to a breeder if the genetics, what you read in the documents of papers is true. And we know it's a 50-50 coin flipped if the first 3 generations are true. And that's how we gauge our program off the first 3 generations. Now, everything behind it, that's just obsolete. Even though it might be true, that's so watered down for what we want to see coming into our offspring, right? So, yes, if every dog, let's say if there was a registration that required every dog, puppy, etc., to be DNA tested, DNA profile registered. If there's a registry like that, then that pedigree would be 1,000, right? That would be okay. Every dog's genetically tested. We trust the registry. All the DNA profiles match. Boom. But we know that's not how it is. Breeders, the registries want the money, so they make it optional for us to DNA test because some of us don't want to do that, but we still want to register our puppy. So if you're in it for the money, which anybody who owns a registry will lie to you and say they're not, then you're going to make it an option for breeders to do DNA profiles on every one of their dogs. So if there's not DNA profiles on every one of those dogs, then the pedigree is truly obsolete. I believed in it because I didn't know no better. This is just me. I speak for myself. When I became a breeder and I wasn't getting what I saw on paperwork, then I figured out, oh, this shit's a fucking scam. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can sell my puppies and say puppies for sale, paper puppies for sale. And naive individuals, how I was when I bought my first paper pit bull back in 98, 97, 98. I bought my first paper pit bull. I was bragging to my homeboys, my peoples, because I had paper dogs. But who knows? They could have paper hanged them boys. How many saying they could have been backyard fucking pit bulls with paper hang dogs? I don't know no better. So, that's why Tony, what he said is 1,000. And like I said, if it was honest, y'all, then yeah, it does matter. You know what I'm saying? It does matter. Python Don, that's why I put that up there, because it does matter if it was honest. But we know these people in this dog game, they're not honest, man, because they're trying to have a one-up on everybody. They want to have this exceptional dog, and they want to lie to us how it's bred so that you can't produce it.
And that's the thing, absolutely, because like me and Reddy even seen a pit bull or somebody posted. We don't know who the breeder was. We had put it in the group chat though, and we was looking at the paperwork and we was like, who the heck is these dogs? Like the pedigree just looked straight fake. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, it just looked like they was just making up stuff. Like, you know what I mean? ABC kennels. Like it was just like, who is these dogs, man? Like it was like the paperwork didn't make sense, but they were acting like this bloodline was from way back, and
like
you
it
know,
was top dogs. Yeah,
yeah. So it's 100% true. It's like, you know what I'm saying. It's like so many goofy dudes out here that does do that. Coach, they'll say, you know what I mean. Oh, this dog father, the father was 140 pounds. You know what I'm saying, and this his son can produce 120, 140 dogs, and then the puppies come out and they all skinny.
Yeah.
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 So you saying how? Where's the 140-pound puppies at? Why did you say it was that and it's not that?
Yeah.
That's what niggas been getting over with for all this whole time. These bullies been here giving you stuff that those dogs are not producing.
Goofy
Right.
dude guilty of that,
Mhm.
you know?
But see, okay, like I said, even like I gave my example about the bully game, and shout out to Cooper for asking that question. It's like I came in naive to think coach is on a DNA shopping spree to get those genetic characteristics to add to my recipes for the future. And then when I cook them, they don't produce what I see. And then I look and then I understand and then I comprehend and I follow other people who have dogs and they're not producing that shit. I'm like, well, shit, we just got bamboozled off
Exactly.
of a pedigree.
Yeah, a
I look
name.
at the back of my dog's pedigree and I'm seeing all those type dogs that I should be producing.
Right.
Within at least 3 generations, I'm saying, okay, that dog has it. That the dame and her sire and her, the dame to the grandmother, her sire had it. Like I'm looking at, okay, damn, I should be able to produce it. And then I don't get it. It's like, okay, I see what y'all doing. I see how y'all operate with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey man.
What's up, fellas?
What up,
I'm gonna
kid?
take me a little nap.
Cave,
Woke
man.
up a little late.
What's up?
What up, Cave?
Hey, what do you think about this topic, Caveman? Hey, hold on. Before you answer, Caveman, hey, shout out to you on Buck City, man. Hey, you had them boys so baffled. You had them over there scratching their head to the point where you was the last man standing. They had to lead the panel because you had them boys all ruffled up and confused and shit.
Some funny shit, wasn't it?
It was so just like epic that I had to let the brothers know. I said, yo, K-Man over there spitting that knowledge. The Buck City's whole panel had them boys over there. Normally they got so much shit to talk. Man, K-Man was talking that knowledge, that truth, and had them all confused. They didn't know what to say to K-Man.
Facts.
So salute to you, K-Man.
I don't think they want to know either. They want to stay right where they're at.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. But for you to be able to speak truth, right? And the truth always outshines the lie. And they didn't have nothing to combat what you had to say. Even when you schooled them about the blue dog and saying that all the blue dog is a black, it's a dilute gene. If you know anything about gene, it's called dilute. That's how you get your reds. That's how you get your chocolates. So for you to game on that, and then even with Buck City, I even elaborated on this about with Yella or whatever. But anyway, even with Buck City trying to, he do it for content. I understand, but like the blue dog, he know better. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man, it's just a damn color. The color don't make the performance of a dog. Shut up with that dumb shit. But you gave them the science on that shit and had them all like they didn't have nothing to say.
Well, like you said, you can't truth. I mean, you can debate it, but you can't win. Truth trumps. The science trumps it all.
I mean, if you really do dogs, you understand it. Like I said, if you had enough experience to experiment and see for yourself and find out for yourself, then you get it. You would never speak like individuals who've never had any experience breeding dogs, making dogs, mixing breeds. Like, and see, there was another gentleman that hopped on. I think he missed his question or whatever. I think when he hopped on, he had a question for you, but you didn't answer it. So I think you was kind of like out of the loop when he asked the question, but he was asking you because you had him puzzled when you mentioned about the pit bull, and there's pit bull terriers that was mixed with bulldog and terrier, and then there was pit bulls that was mixed with just a straight bulldog. And he heard what you said, and normally, he's a part of that side that disagree with what everybody else is talking about, but you had him in his mind like, yo, caveman, you said something that I want you to elaborate on. So you even enlightened him because he even thought about what you said about the pit bull having some of those pit bulls having just bulldog in them and some of them having terrier in them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember saying that. Yep. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't catch any. Like, I can't see the chat, and I didn't catch anything like that. So
it wasn't in the chat. He came on the panel, but like I said, I think something happened where you either wasn't able to hear him or something happened. I think you were showing your dog. You were showing your puppies. So I don't think you heard it. But he came on based off of what you were talking about, and he was giving you a salute. Like, hey, yeah, I was trying to tell people the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and normally he's on the opposite side of the spectrum when it comes to that type of conversation. And he heard what you said, which, like, we already know you talking mathematics, and it had him like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you had a mind where it was like, okay, this man, caveman, can't coming on here talking that real shit. And so I was like, yeah, I was cheering you on, man. I was in the back of the stands, you know. I'm always in the back. You don't see the coach, but I'm over there like, man, caveman. That's what I'm talking about. So salute.
Word.
Yeah, salute, man. So hey, what's your feedback on this topic, caveman, about the willpower? So the topic is, can the willpower / heart of a dog be bred into it, or can it be developed into it, or neither? How do you feel about that? The willpower and heart of a dog. Can it be bred into it? Can it be developed, or neither?
definitely both. I'd say more genetic. Genetics is going to trump. Like, it's definitely genetic, but you can definitely amplify it with, your conditioning, environmental exposures of the dog, training, confidence building, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I think that we all agree with both. You know what I mean? I think we all agree with both. And so this is a thing too, like, let's say with the gameness, right? And of course, gameness, I would consider it would be heart of like, okay, I'm going to complete the task, whether I fall on my sword or I'm victorious, right? I'm going to complete the task. So being that, let's say for me, I have so many dogs. I've had so many different breeds. I deal with performance dogs every day. I see how they interact. I've raised them from when they were born to when they die. I see how they respond to me. I see how they respond to each other. And I've had, like, I don't know if it was you, Duro, or you, Ready, that was talking about puppies who aren't, who might be shy in the corner might not be as active as certain ones, right? I've had certain puppies who acted kind of skittish, however, get in a pack and then act like a lion, right? Or I've had situations where I've done my pack experiments and I've seen dogs who were weaker as the younger, and as they developed and had to learn how to defend themselves, become freaking beasts because they had to, develop into their confidence. Like, okay, yeah, I might not be confident now because I don't know any better. My mind is young, but then I'm in this environment where I'm in with, I'm in the terror dome, if you want to, the Thunderdome, whatever you want to call it. And I have to defend. But then because I'm put in that corner to defend, I defend myself and then I get a response that I'm not expecting. But then that response gives me more confidence. Now I become confident enough to be the aggressor. So I've seen that where, like we're talking about, it's both. And I agree. That's what I say, it's both. I've seen the ones who come out confident with the heart off the top from birth. They got it.
Yeah.
And then I've seen the ones where if I was just assessing them based off of what they're showing me as a youngster, I'd be like, oh, this is trash. But because I've kept them and I've had them around other dogs, I've seen them to develop into freaking top tier level type dogs where you like, well, shit, I thank God I didn't throw you in the trash. Who would have known you would have turned out to be the most dominant dog? You was a bitch when I had you as a puppy.
Right.
So it is both. You know what I mean? It is both.
Still got a lot of traits to develop and get older.
It's okay. It goes back to like I said, it's like, okay, like you got a team of top tier athletes and then you got these coaches, and why certain coaches get certain players to get to the championship and win. It's about you understanding your dogs. If you know you got top tier animals, you know it, but some are more talented than others. But you got the dogs have it in them. That's where you as a trainer, you as a dog man, should be able to develop that. Put that dog around those other dogs. Make sure you monitor it now because it can get crazy. You don't want to ruin the dog. You don't want to break his confidence, but put it around those other dogs to where it has to nut up. You're gonna nut up. It's in you. I'm not gonna let you get knowledge to where you feel like, okay, I can't, I'm gonna be a coward. No, that's where we come in as, like I said, dog men or dog women, or like I said, like me as a coach. I'm gonna come in and not allow it to get to the point where your heart and your mind is broke. I'm gonna let you understand that you're gonna have to defend or you're gonna have to compete, but I don't want you to feel like, okay, there's a point of no return and I can't get past this. That's the development part of getting these dogs to have that willpower and that heart. And if you're not a true dog man or dog woman to understand this, you would have perfectly great dogs with great potential. You would just prematurely throw them out with the baby in the bathwater. Because you don't know that, there's a part in it that you have to play. Just like your kids. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like your kids. It's like, yeah, you got a son that's, he's the crybaby when he's younger. All the other sons pick on him and shit. You can just not, what you gonna do? Just let them pick on him and ruin them? No, you're gonna be like, man, leave your little brother alone. Yeah. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull him aside. You're like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, they mess with you. It's all right, but you got to get tough. You know what I mean? You're gonna build his confidence. Then eventually you're gonna see some shit. Cause that's what I used to do with my little brothers. That's what I did with my little brothers. Okay. I have two younger brothers, 2 years apart. And they're competitive. They would fight. And then the younger one would, because he's smaller, he'd get fucked up and he'd cry and shit like that. But, I always, I'm the big brother. I'm not going to allow you to cry. But I knew even then, like, look, okay, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's okay. And I would stop them because I would let them fight. That's what you do as brothers, but I'll stop them when they get too crazy. And I'll pull my little, the one that was getting punked. Hey, man, you be all right. You all right. You know what I mean? Hey, next time do this. Next time do that. Till eventually he got confident. He started whooping his brother's ass.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like, that's how it is with the dogs. Not every dog's gonna come out the womb with that freaking Holy Spirit. They're not gonna come out the womb. Now every dog gonna come out the womb with that lion heart, but that doesn't mean that it's not in there. You know, it doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
And we as dog men or dog women, especially when you're dealing with performance dogs, we got to understand that we play a part in that. And I'm so grateful that I have a pack of different type dogs. And not only that, I've been able to witness how they interact with each other, how they mimic each other. I've been able to see it for myself, like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I gave y'all an example of me having an American Bulldog female that was skittish and I didn't like it. I hated it. I hated that shit. Hey, pay $500 for that bitch. I hated that shit. I hated that bitch. But amongst all the other dogs, oh, that bitch thought she was the shit. Amongst dogs, though, oh, that bitch thought she was the shit. And if I knew then what I know now, I would have just developed her. You know what I needed to do? I needed to socialize her more. I needed to force my energy on her, like I did my little brother when he was getting his ass beat.
Yeah.
But I didn't do that because I already put the stereotype on her. Bitch, you timid. Bitch, I ain't never hit you. My wife always cuddles you. You scared of us. You always got your tail tucked. That shit just turned me off. But I didn't put the time into her the way her being around the kennel, her being around the pack. She's always around them. So she had to adjust to the pack. So yes, both plays. I agree. I digress though, man. Keep cooking, y'all. You know what I mean? Keep cooking.
Yeah, so I seen a video. Caveman showed me a video the other day. He had the dogs that's in his picture, right, with the pups, and that. All right, and there were other adult dogs around, and they was laying in the thing with the pups and the moms. Like everybody was chilling, like a family unit. So the comfortability and the confidence is there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that was two bitches with 2 litters of pups laying inside of a stock tank.
yeah, that was crazy to me. Like,
wow. And they're okay with each other having their puppies and they're together?
These are my puppies. And they ain't their puppies. They're my puppies.
So you've established that between them two where they're not competing with each other's energy of them having puppies and stuff like that.
Yeah, everything here belongs to me. Nothing belongs to these dogs, including their pups.
how it should be. Yep.
Okay, that's great because I've had a situation where I had 6 litters on the ground at once, and then I had 3 females in my whelping area. They had their own separate section, right? But I had to section them off with curtains and stuff like that because if they seen each other, they trying to fucking tear the cage up. They trying to get at each other. Man, so for you to be able to do that, man, salute to you, Caveman, because I don't think I would have been able to do that.
Thanks.
Because I had to section them off with curtains, you know, like how the hospital have you in the same room, but you got curtains. I had curtains so they wouldn't see each other and they could whelp their puppies. But as soon as they seen each other, man, they trying to kill each other. They trying to kill each other.
Shit.
So for you to be able to make that happen, wow, that's amazing, man. Salute to you on that.
That's super amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of time with them.
Those is like super aggressive dogs right there. Like, them joints could do a number on you. And each other.
And each other. I'm about to say the same thing. And each other. But yeah, that was a task for me when I had that. I had three, bitches in one space. Even though they were sectioned off, had their own, they didn't have to share nothing, but they were still in the same vicinity. And as soon as I would let them out, I had to make sure I draw the curtain. But of course, they know one coming out. So as soon as the one come out, they over there, going crazy, trying to get at each other, biting the little space I had them in. I'm like,
Man,
golly, bitches. Yeah, they was, it was crazy. It was crazy. I'll never do that again.
you have any situations where the dog have pups and you try to go in to check them and the mother doesn't want you to touch them?
No, never that.
Oh,
I've had them to where, like in the beginning, right? Let's say that first week, let's say, me and my wife go in there, we changing the blankets and all that stuff, cleaning everything up, and we'll grab the puppy. Then the female will try to take the puppy out of my hand or out my wife's hand, but never come at us like, like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, she's trying to bite us because we got a puppy, or oh, she's tense, she's growling up, like never that, never that. But at the same time, like when you have a relationship with your dogs, they should never do that to you, because
Right.
they already know who you are. So they know, okay, yeah, that's their babies. So I respect you wanting to take your baby out my hand, but you're not gonna like, you're not gonna give me that type of aggression because I'm your daddy.
Exactly.
That's your mama. You know what I mean? My wife is your mama. We raised you when you came out the womb, or we bought you as a puppy. So in their mind, at least my dogs, they know who we are, so it's like, okay, they'll come at us like, hey, we want to take the puppies, but no, I've never experienced that. And I don't think I ever will, honestly.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't think I ever will. It's just kind of like what Caveman was saying with his bitches. He's obviously established that hierarchy to where they understand, okay, I can't cross daddy because, even though I might not like this bitch when it comes to my puppies around, daddy trumps supreme. So same thing with me and my wife. Yeah, I got these puppies. These are my puppies, but shit, mama and daddy is the one that's been taking care of me since I was born. So I don't have a reason to feel threatened. Yeah, I want my puppies back, but not to the point where I'm gonna bite you or growl at you and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I've never experienced it. No, have you?
Nah. Only in some of these weirdo videos. Circulating. I don't be thinking they really be playing with their dogs. They just like interacting. They just looking at them from a distance.
Well, it's a hierarchy. Your dog should know who you are. I'm always dad.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna praise you. I'm gonna ignore you, and I'm gonna discipline you. That's how I deal with my dogs. My dogs do something I don't like when that bitch hit that, when my Malinois bitch hit that Mariah note, and she be doing that Mariah shit. When I come in there to clean her kennel up, she want me to. She looking for me. Daddy, just rub me, play in my ears, rub me. She wants that every time, because that's what I do. Man, I don't give her none of that shit. Bitch, you piss me off, and she know what it is. She look at me like, you're not gonna rub me? Nah, bitch, you fucking yelling with that Mariah Carey shit. You know I hate that shit. But then when she do right, I give her what she want. So, your dog should understand who you are and they should always want that attention from you. And they should understand that if you don't give them that attention, then they're not going to get what they want. And they shouldn't be doing things to make you feel like you don't want to interact with them. So growling at you is something that they tell other dogs, like, don't come towards me. When they do that, when they do that growl and they showing their teeth, they tell you don't come close. They're letting you know. So if your dog is growling at you, they're obviously telling you that, nah, I don't want you coming near me. But shoot, my dogs beg me to come. Not my dogs beg my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I've never experienced that from any of my dogs because they want my attention.
Right. only time I could say I experienced situations like that when I was younger, but they weren't my dogs. They were like stray dogs on the street that happened to have puppies, stuff like that. And me and my friends used to go in this, they had like this wilderness area by my house. And all the stray dogs used to gather up in there. We called it like Dead Man Valley, and the dogs used to chase us when we go in there. So one day we walked and we found like these little holes, and there was like puppies and stuff in there. And we was pulling them out, and they was freaking out and all that. And the parents was angry and started chasing us. They all grouped up. All the dogs grouped up and chased us out of there. Like I had situations like that.
Well, you mathematically made it make sense. The reason why you had a situation like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's your dog,
nah,
you've built a relationship with that dog. The dog understands who you are. It's like the pack. The dogs know who the alpha female, alpha male is. There's a reason why they respect them. There's a reason why they do certain things and they won't do certain things, and that's how dogs perceive us, the same type of way. You know what I mean? And whether they have their puppies or not, like, yeah, my wife is going to go in there. She's going to be in there while you're having your babies. She's going to break the damn sack. She's going to feed you the placenta. She's going to clean up those puppies. She's going to clip the, you know what I mean? Like, my wife's going to do all that, and you're not going to do nothing but accept it.
Right.
Because to that dog, that's mama. And my wife is not afraid of my dog. You know what I mean? Like think of it. There's a lot of people that are afraid of their dogs, even though that's the dogs. Like which is crazy, but it's true.
Yeah.
They're afraid of their dogs, even though that's their dogs. If a dog sees any type of weakness, they're going to exploit it. Of course, they're going to exploit it.
Of course, yeah.
So if a dog knows it can growl at you or take something from you and you resist or excuse me, you don't resist and you just accept it, then the dog's going to pick up on it. Like, okay, well, shit, let me see how much further I can take it. I mean, a dog does have a brain, yeah, it wants to please us and yeah, it likes treats and shit. But when a dog doesn't have a respect for you, it's going to show you it doesn't have respect.
Correct.
And that's what you probably be seeing, Young Ready, like in these videos and these different little clips that we see with people with dogs, is like your dog does not respect you.
Yep.
Your dog knows it can get over on you. And it's like, well, fuck, I'm gonna get over on you. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. If you better give me my puppy back. If not, I'm gonna growl at you and you're gonna get all scary and you're gonna give me my puppy back. Oh, that was easy.
Yep.
I wish my dog would growl at me. But see, that's something that you got to establish early, bird. That's why I've never put on that bite suit. I got I already told y'all, I got the full protection training whole kit. I got the whole kit, everything to do full on sport work, all the shit. And in the beginning, I was going to do all that. I did the training and all that shit for it. But I never wanted my dogs to bite me. I was going to put somebody else in it because I never allow my dogs to bite me because I don't want you even to, I don't want you to think it's okay. Yeah. Like you said, I don't want you to even think that it's okay. Like AK with his bite fetish, I would never let him bite me. Anytime he nip at me, boy, man, I get on his head. Like, boy, you don't bite me. I put the energy, like how they get their energy, I get the same. Boy, you don't bite me. Boy, you better. I put that energy on him, like as if he's growling, I give him that type of energy growl. And he look at me like, oh. But I've never let him bite on as a puppy. So he gets it. He'll try it though. He'll definitely try that shit. Nip at me. As soon as I say what I say, he stop quick. And he look at me like, he got that puzzle look like, oh. But imagine if I was cool with him as a puppy, letting him gnaw on, even though he ain't hurt me, he letting him gnaw on me and shit. Now he got this bite fetish and he fucking go ahead and take a nice little snap. You know what I mean? Bite me. You know what I mean? Oh, nah.
He was practice. He was letting him get his practice on when he was young.
Yeah, certain dogs, you got to understand what type of dogs you got, man.
Exactly.
And I got dogs that can kill you. So I know better. It's like, I don't even want you better, I don't care how mad you get. I don't care how frustrated you might get. I don't care if I'm taking your food. I don't care if I'm disciplining you. You better not ever in your dog life think about biting me. Ever. And my dogs understand that because I never let them bite me. You don't put your mouth on me. You can lick me, but you better not put your teeth on me. So that's to each their own. But that's how I'm able to get in the middle of confrontations and my dogs not mistake me as, the animal they trying to get at. They know they understand that. You know what I'm saying? Now I've gotten bitten before breaking up a fight because I just put my hand, you put your hand in a place you shouldn't. That happens, but I know it wasn't directed towards me. That's the whole thing. It wasn't me pulling them off and then the dog turns around and nips at me because it's like, get off me, daddy. I ain't done. Get off me. Like, nah, I ain't never had that. Ever. So, I don't allow it.
I could usually just stop my dog before she really get intense. I'll just be like, hey, and she just back off.
Yeah, that's how you do it too.
But the Frenchie still be going on because that joint's still kind of new. It's still trying to learn I'm trying to get it to learn the routine around here. And that joint's not listening right. Like, that joint want to get his way, man.
Yeah, some dogs are stubborn and hard-headed, man. I mean
that's a fact, though.
I've had them.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, two that I know right now off the top of my head. One being Shaka, and the other one being the number one asshole AR-15.
Yeah, I totally agree, though.
So I agree with y'all on that. But go ahead.
What dog though do you got? Let me ask you this: what dog do you have that you have the hardest time controlling? Like just stubborn.
Man. I mean, I can control them all because they all want to please me. So I honestly none of them. They all want to please me.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, like I said, the assholes is the ones that do things because they want my attention and they do things to piss me off, strictly for attention.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do what I say, but they'll do things to piss me off because they want my attention. So that is where, I would call my dogs assholes because I know that they're consciously doing it on purpose. It's not like, oh, you're just a fucking stupid dog. Even though sometimes I'll be upset, I call them stupid.
Yeah. Yep.
I know they're not stupid. I know why they doing what they do. I see how their mind work. I understand dog enough. I've been around them enough to know, like, you're doing this to get a reaction.
Yeah.
It might be a negative reaction, but for you, dogs, like for example, Shaka, who don't feel no pain. Oh, he don't give a fuck about no discipline. He don't care about that. It's the attention. And all the dogs see that he's getting the attention. He's cool with that. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at me like, that don't hurt. That don't hurt. That don't hurt. That's what he's looking at me like. Hey, I just want the attention. I'm showing all the other dogs that I can get daddy to do what I want him to do. I want him to come over here and give me attention. Y'all asking for his attention? Watch me break him from y'all and get him over here. So once I understood that shit, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just an asshole, fool. Yeah, like, you're an asshole, man. I ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? I can't discipline you because it don't do nothing to you.
I
You
feel
know,
you.
that's the thing with my dog. So I don't have any dog that I would say that's stubborn to the point where they don't listen to me directly. They all listen. I just have assholes who test my alpha. You know, they just
I,
test my alpha at the end of the
I,
day.
I agree because Bane like that, and it looked like Reddy Frenchie is like that with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely get it.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
That joint's bitey as hell, yo. That if it sees your finger dangling, it just bites and hangs on. Like, oh, shit. Yo, what the fuck?
Damn.
That type of shit. Yeah. Oh, like that. Yeah.
Oh man, bro, I wish I could see that though.
Joint's crazy.
That's what it'll. Yo, what CDC fell asleep on this, man?
Oh no, man. He be
I
going
ain't,
through it.
I ain't even mad though. That happened to me a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago, man.
Nah, I ain't sleep, man. I'm trying to figure out a logo for an interview I got coming up.
Nah,
Oh,
he
all right,
working.
all right.
Nah, he working
Yeah.
background.
You multitask.
He multitasking.
Word.
I ain't going front, man. Coach said I think
I mean,
Doro fell asleep. I definitely did, man. Yo, we was cooking too, which made me mad though, because you know how you remember something, you wake up like all abruptly, like, oh snap, man. So I woke up, oh snap, coach. I'm like, oh shit, y'all was gone, man. I played the end back. He was like, yo, that's your friend, right, Doro? I think Doro fell asleep.
uh, Come on, man. It's,
Yeah.
Hey,
it,
coach.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Can you send me some photos of you probably after this or whenever you find time, so I can get one together for what we got cooking?
Man, one thing I told Joe.
You gonna have to use that photo right there, bro.
Yeah. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not out
Yeah.
there, doing all that, you know what I'm saying? Just it's not about me, it's about the dogs. Like
Right.
I tell everybody, you feel me? So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not into all that type of stuff.
I feel it. I respect it.
So yeah, if you can use that that you see right there in my profile,
Yeah, I
At
can
least,
use.
at least we know that's really him though, because we seen him on the Bull channel.
yeah,
Right.
listen, I ain't afraid to be on camera now, but like I said, I'm not out there just, look at me, look at me, look at me, because it's about the dog. For
Right,
me, it's about the dog. It ain't about me.
right.
So, nothing against those who do that, but that's just not their coach. I got plenty of dogs. Like I said, I'm like, you know what I mean? Shit, unless I'm like I said, I'm like the coach, man. Unless the camera come and see me on the sideline type shit. You watching the players, you ain't watching the coach.
For sure. Hold
That's
on.
that's
When
yeah.
that interview happening though?
What with Big John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think I
I ain't
think
even tell him. Yeah, I
oh
didn't tell him.
yeah, I think we set it up for Wednesday, right? Next
Yep,
Wednesday.
next Wednesday, 6 o'clock your time.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh,
You ain't tell me
man.
that, bro.
Yeah, I didn't. Hey, I got. I told y'all. Yeah, I got that
No,
interview with Joe and Dean Ross.
you
Oh,
told me
yeah.
Next
that,
week.
but you ain't
Yeah.
say
That one.
coach.
Yeah, I didn't tell y'all about Coach. I was trying to keep that on the hush
Come on, man. Come
at
on, man.
least till today.
You cooking,
I,
man.
I'm there, man. That's gonna be a good one right there.
For
Oh
sure.
yeah,
For sure.
I'm looking forward to his questions.
I
Yeah.
got a question I want you to ask him, man. But you
Okay.
can't tell him that Doro told you to ask him this question.
All right, man. Whatever y'all got, man. Just
No, I'm just
DM me.
playing.
Send it to me.
I'm just playing, bro.
I'm about to, all right. All right. But yeah, if y'all ever got any questions, like no matter who it is, just send them to me and I'll definitely ask them.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, I had to make an appearance on my brother's channel.
Yes,
Come on, man.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Boy,
Coach,
next week about to be a movie.
you gotta follow us back on our corporation one K9's page, Coach.
Oh, I didn't follow you. Y'all got an actual page too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Send me you know how y'all gotta do it, just like Young Ready do, man. Just go, text me this shit, or excuse me, DM me the motherfucking page, like, Coach, follow it. Like, really, like, bro, I'm a one man. You know what, man? The working more work 3 times. Like the coach do everything, man.
3 times.
I'm so busy. Like I do more than just dogs. I do a lot of shit. So I got so much going on. You feel me? So you gotta be like, coach. You know what I mean? Coach this, coach that. You know what I mean? Like you got my line, bro. Hey, coach, man, go. You got that type of access. Like, hey, coach, go hit the follow button on our da. All right, done da. You know what I'm saying? I'm that type. Get in my DM. Tell me what it is. I'll knock it out.
I got you, Coach.
So be more than happy to do that, but just be specific. Hey, coach, hit the follow button. Hey, coach, do this. All right, got it. Done data.
Hey, ready?
Yo.
So remember I was telling you about dude I'm about to interview with Joe Tuesday. Remember I was telling you about that bull terrier Irish wolfhound cross breeding he just did. What you think that's gonna look like? What you think it's gonna do?
That's interesting.
Damn.
Yeah. We definitely gonna talk about that Tuesday. But yeah, I got Joe co-hosting with me.
Ooh, that sounds mean, man.
Yeah, I'm really ready to ask him. Like,
that's a good catch dog. Like,
yeah, that's what he's using it for. But yeah, man, that I don't.
Yeah.
it's
Different
big.
version
It's
of
gonna
a
be
Togo.
tall enough and wide enough,
Right.
and it's gonna have a big enough skull and jaw to really grab on to the boar. Like,
Gonna be long though. The snout's gonna be long though, for real.
Is that why he cooking it up for that reason?
I mean, he what's his I can't remember his motto. I gotta go back and look right quick. Let me see. His motto is form for function. So it's probably stamina with more of a bull bite. I think that might be it.
What's the purpose?
Stamina with the bull bite. I think that might be it. But he didn't really specify on his page.
Okay, so make sure you ask him what the purpose is in one of your questions. Like, what is your purpose behind cooking this dog up?
Right. Yeah, I definitely am.
and it's
That's
just those 2 breeds.
Yeah, it's just a bull terrier and Irish wolfhound.
That's dope, though.
Bull terrier on top or wolf on top.
Man,
Wolfhound.
I don't even know. Like he just posted. I
He
think
probably gonna take the male bull terrier to the female.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, so that she can push those puppies out.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yo, I remember Josh showed me some crazy shit. A ball going with some small ass pit. That shit was crazy.
Yo, yeah, that's the
It's
YouTube
like,
bull.
yeah, we about to do this again. Like he
But
already did
not
it.
to the female though, right? To a female borbal and a male pit bull, right?
Nah, a male ball to a female pit.
Wow.
And that shit was small. Like, and
Well,
he
that's
showed
what
them
Yeah.
like he showed them tied. They was tied, right? In the picture, right?
That's what
The female limits the size of the pups.
Right. That's what K-Man was saying to us last week. He was telling that the female dictate the size. So if you take it to a smaller, let's say you take it to that pit bull, the puppy's gonna come out on the smaller side. You take it to the bigger, let's say you take it to the borbal female, it's gonna come out on the bigger side.
Right.
Which that's
But at the same time, she limits the size of those pups, so she's able to pass pups from a giant breed like 6 times her size. Where you would think, common sense, the pups are going to be half the size in between the 2 breeds, but they're really not.
You got to think about it. They're doing it in the wild, and these stray dogs is doing it.
But see, I did
Yeah.
my double XL boy Prophet. I bred him to, I had to do an AI though, but I bred him to my smallest pit bull bitch. And we had like, I think she had 3 puppies, and 2 of them were so big that she had a hard time passing them. And of course, they didn't make it. But
Dang.
we were able to pass them out, and then she only had one to survive, and that was a black mama or whatever. But she was like the smaller one out of the bunch. So that was something that I experienced as well. Is like taking them big dogs to the small dogs. You damn near got to do a damn C-section.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Unless the mom been a mom many times.
That's odd because I've never experienced that. We had a poodle or a cockapoo got bred by our Bouvier, had pups.
What is it, a Bouvier?
Oh, you need to look into them. They're a French, a Belgian shepherd, really. I mean, they're not a shepherd, but that's what they are. They're a shepherd and a cart dog, like a working farm dog, police dog, everything.
Yeah, they're versatile. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like along the lines with giant schnauzer.
Rottweilers and then
And like a black Russian Terrier.
Yeah, they're badass.
Yeah,
They're badass dogs. I grew up with those.
They got a lot of different.
The police was using them at one point.
Yep. Oh yeah, in military. They're pretty unique dogs. Yeah, they're pretty neat.
They're. I mean, how big are they?
They're pretty big.
Oh yeah, they're big. They're bigger than a German Shepherd.
Wow.
Bigger than the old. You know how a German Shepherd used to have some size to them.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like now, the police dogs, like the Shepherds, are getting small, like the Malinois.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the Bouvier's big, like the old Shepherds.
So is there a reason? So is there a reason why the police switched from the German Shepherd to the Malinois?
More athletic.
Yeah, I just said I kind of said it so they can handle them too, like because they're small.
Yes, yeah, they're smaller and they're just like
softer jaw.
Well, I think they're just building them for drive to grab that left arm instead of like a German Shepherd is a versatile dog that thinks it can climb ladders. It can, I'm not saying a Malinois can't, but they seem to be driven for that bite.
Yeah.
And I think that's all they did. They brought some pit bull in there for that drive, and they totally changed the police dog world, really.
For sure.
So you think with the German Shepherd, the damage versus the damage of Malinois, the damage is more. And being that they was getting sued for those dog bites back in the day, they went with the small, the smaller version of the German Shepherd and the Malinois, being that they bite is not as destructive as a German Shepherd.
Yeah, I didn't really think of that, but yeah, I'm sure that had some political motivation.
Yeah, because the Malinois is just a variant of a German Shepherd to a degree, right? They're both Shepherd dogs, even though it's a different type of Shepherd dog. But it's, it's like you said, it's a smaller, it's like a smaller German Shepherd in a sense, more, like I said, lighter,
more athletic,
a little more athletic, exactly.
Yeah, just developed a couple countries away, Belgium rather than Germany,
right?
Well, they straight up got pit bull bred into them now, though. Yeah. I don't know if they did rape in the beginning or what, but I know for a fact that they do now.
Well, that's what
I never researched the breed.
What's the brother Van? What's his name? Cash Dog?
Vanguard K9. Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, he was saying that was what was in some of his Dutch Shepherds and stuff like that. They had pit bulls in there, and then they did what they did, but. Now they're doing like what I'm about to do, which is the bull herder. So now they're doing those where they're the F1s type shit now.
Yeah, I think I see Doberman in some of them Dutch Shepherds.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It makes perfect sense to me, though, too. I mean, think about the function of a Doberman.
Wait, what did he say?
If you think about the function of the Doberman, that makes sense.
No, what did you say before that? I think you said something else.
Dutch Shepherd.
And the Dutch Shepherd.
Oh, yeah, I think, yeah, certain lines of the Dutch Shepherd, you can see Doberman.
Oh. Yeah, that's interesting. I ain't never really looked for it. I'm about to look at that now.
So, like
people have been cooking forever.
Yeah.
People been keeping that shit a secret, trade secret, you know.
Yeah.
Like mix a little bull terrier into this there, and I'll breed it back, and they'll never know the difference. And especially when you got dominant recessive traits, and you can, you know, especially if your breed you're playing with is black, well, you can breed it about anything. And 2 breedings, you ain't never gonna be able to tell the other colors that was in there.
Easy to hide. Yeah.
And that's what we were talking about. Like when you talk to these these let's say pit bull enthusiasts, and we're gonna call them, and they say that these dogs can't be mixed and there's no way and all that stuff. And it's like, well, if you understand certain traits and certain breeding techniques, how, like you said, you can take your F1s and then fucking hide that shit that it was ever even in there. You wouldn't even have a damn clue that that dog was in there because you do some what they call selective breeding, and then you fucking wash what you think is in there out, but it's in there.
Yeah.
So you might think, oh, never, never, never. But it's like, bro, you just don't know how breeding works. You don't understand how to breed. Because if you understood how to breed, they've been doing that shit since day one. Like you said, K-Man, they've been doing this shit. This ain't nothing new.
Nope.
Come on, man. They might have did it by accident and like, oh shit. Damn, they don't even know that I just, had a kennel accident and these dudes, I found these 2 dogs stuck. And then we had a litter. And then, shit, this dog came out, but it looks like whatever the breed it came from, but it's really a mixed breed. And then all of a sudden, you like, damn, that dog is superior. Well, shit, you just don't know how I cooked it up. You think it's this, but it's really that. And that's how
even the hunter-gatherers were mixing their dogs with wolves, getting hybrids.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, Reddy said a lot of videos about that. Them breeding them with Kangles and all in different dogs.
That's why I love our classroom, because we can talk what's real about these dogs, and we got to get involved in all that fucking folklore fuckery that don't make no sense to real dog men. You know what I mean? Who really do this shit and who really understand dogs and genetics and breeding and all that other stuff, and really understand the truth behind performance dogs, right?
Yeah.
When
you mean we don't get emotional and shit?
Right.
I mean, for what? We might get passionate about what we're doing to make things better, but we're not gonna get emotional on some shit that don't make no sense.
That's what I'm saying. But a lot of people get emotional because if you might say something that somebody don't agree with, coach, that might hurt their feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how some of the people that not really in the classroom, that's how they act. You know what I'm saying?
It takes maturity to accept that you believe something is false.
Absolutely.
Right.
People not ready to deal with that shit.
They not. But that's why we talk. We over here talking. Then we see other people try to mimic what we doing. And then, that's just how it is. But, we don't get emotional. Like somebody might not agree with what I say, you know what I mean? Or they might think I don't know what I'm talking about, like they did before. And then I showed y'all the paperwork, right?
That's right.
So I mean, that's just how it is. Some people might not think coach know what he talk about, and then he back it up, right? Or might not think caveman know what he talk about, or Ja, or Red. That's how it go. You know what I mean? So, but we don't ever get emotional. You know what I'm saying? We learn from each other, and we might just Google or do our research or do our homework on what someone just said and say, "Oh man, damn, they was right."
It was right.
That's what it's all about. That's
Yep.
how you get better.
Yeah.
That's the only
You know
way
what
you
I
get
mean?
better.
Got the
That's the
big
only way you get
crate.
better. And that's how the dogs get better too.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's true. Let's not forget about the dogs, because that is how the dogs get better. Because applying with caveman in two weeks on the panel has given us, in the interview with Ja has given us, all this game since the beginning of time what coach has been giving us, and all the feedback and all the game that all of the rest of us give in the chat on the panel has given each other. This is how dogs is going to become better. If we never did these things, and we never was listening to each other and was coming together and joining, you know what I'm saying, and joining forces and saying, look, man, this is what we can do. Look, it'll be a lot of dogs that's still fucked up out here.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we making everything about the dog. It ain't about us. It's about the dogs. We ain't up here talking about, yeah, what you doing this weekend? Yeah, you got snow? We ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Now we might get off track here and there. But at the end of the day, it all comes back down to what? And what do we talk about? The dogs.
The dogs.
What can it do?
This boy right here. This is how we coming. Right? This is how we coming, man, in the classroom with the coach. This is what we doing. Right?
Yep.
So at the end of the day, now that we all understand the task and we all understand what we're doing, because at first the classroom was just coach giving the game. Then he opened up the panel, and then he learned from us. He take the game that we got to give, because we all got different views, and this is why this shit works right here, because we all got different views. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming
Right.
from health. I'm coming from how to do this with your health to make the dog's health better. You know what I'm saying? Jock coming with breeds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I call him and Reddy Pinky in the brain, because Reddy the same way. You understand what I'm saying? Reddy know all the breeds. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Caveman, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't even know what you are. Like
Hey,
you like,
Kid Man is damn near neck and neck with Lee Robinson.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he like, I can't even, bro. You just, we already got the dog guy, bro, but you like,
You're like the
man,
doctor out here. Like,
yeah. You like, I don't know, bro.
He's like
But
the scientist.
you're the scientist, bro.
yeah.
We're gonna give you that. You know what I'm saying? And we all just bounce off each other, and we all learn, you know what I'm saying? And we all listen, and we all talk and give our feedback and our input. I learn from y'all, brothers. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all learn from me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, this is how it works. And this is how I know we're gonna be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because we got it. We got it, y'all. We just put it all together and mix it all up in one pot. I'm telling you. Ain't no telling, we unstoppable, man.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Big
Yep.
facts. Big facts.
That's what's up.
You know, and when I see a litter like I just produced with Red Tiger and Tigress,
Oh man.
then it inspires me to do what I do best. You know what I mean? When I see results like this, and you know, I know that I can create better. You know what I'm saying? I know I can I have a vision, and I know I can put dogs together that make better dogs. You know, and then I can show you other dog men who have the same vision that, you know what, it is a reality if you really put the work in. You know, if you really have a vision, you really take your notes. You know, you really are not afraid to experiment in the lab. And that's what we're talking about. We talk about lab shit. You know what I mean? We talking about taking this dog and taking that dog, and what if I try this? What if I try that? And nothing is off the table. You know what I mean? Even though I'm not going to make a Frenchie band dog like my nephew.
But not a
no,
bad idea, but it's it's crazy.
I'm not knocking it. This the coach ain't doing it though. If y'all want to do it, I'm not gonna say, oh nigga, you horrible, don't do that shit. I'm like,
Dr.
hey,
Frankenstein right there type shit.
But I told y'all my nephew was serious about that shit. He was serious. Like, I'm like, I ain't doing it though. Sorry, Neff. You can do it, but I'm not doing it. But like that shit is like, that's dope, because what if someone did that and produced some ridiculous shit?
I do want to see a smaller band dog though, that could be in like apartment settings, like that type of deal. Like, because some people don't got that yard set up. Some people just got that apartment and they by themselves and they need.
But I mean, it has to be a man stopper.
Yeah, but it could be in a small package and still do that.
But if it's too small, you can give it a fucking field goal punt.
But yeah, I feel you. It can't be that small.
Got to figure out a standard.
Yeah,
definitely.
You gotta remember, people run from chickens.
Yeah. I'll be one of them. I don't mess with no chickens.
Yeah, this Frenchie too small though. That joint's mad small.
But you take a Frenchie to a Mastiff, then you got that, you got that in between.
Bro, I don't know what that would look like. That scares me, man.
It's gonna be long and wide.
I mean, think about the Bull Mastiff though. That's oldie English Bulldog to English Mastiff.
Right.
I know, but
that's what. Catch
Look at the American Bully.
The Bull Mastiff is oldie English to English Mastiff.
Okay, but but listen, the oldie is damn near like a band dog too. So that could have been a different. I mean, that could have been a bigger type oldie though.
Right. But the Bull Mastiffs aren't that big compared to like the English Mastiff, Neapolitans, and the like Tosas, Feelers, all of them. They're not that big compared to them.
Okay.
I mean, they're still like 26, 27 inches. I think that's where the standard falls, which is tall, but they're not as big as the other Mastiffs.
I'm about to rescue a bull mastiff.
Oh, that's good.
At your local shelter, where are you gonna rescue it? Where you find it at?
On the internet. There's two males, and they don't get along, and they gotta split them up. One's 5, one's 3. I'm looking at getting the 5-year-old.
Wow. So I'm sure that's plans for your program, right? Are they intact or are they neutered?
The 5-year-old's intact. Yeah.
Okay. Damn it, man. I mean, I know there's a reason why you're doing it. I mean, would you like to elaborate on possibly what you might think about cooking? Are you not cooking with him? What? I mean, is there a reason why you?
Oh yeah. Well, I'd be getting him with the intentions of scouting him, running him through to see if he's worth the shit.
So what? More of a guard dog, or you use it for future
guard? Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Cade, man.
A guard dog stud, for the project.
Gotcha.
We gotta get you a truck, Cave, man, because you got too much heat, man. You're gonna have to share some of that DNA you got, bro.
What do you
mean? Hey. Oh, okay. The only thing stopping you from having some of this DNA is you haven't brought your ass to the end of my driveway. Yeah, that goes to the whole panel. I've already told Ja. I told him, get your ass ready for some dogs. I'm sending you some shit to test.
Hey man, where are you located at, if I might ask? You want to share?
I'm in Central Michigan. Yep. Yep. Anytime you want to send a courier to my house.
Would you say you got like 45 acres? How many acres you got?
40.
40 acres? Damn it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's real. I mean, I'm in it. I do this shit for the dogs, not the money.
Facts.
I do it for the love. And, yep. I'm all about the team effort. So if somebody's trying to do something in the direction I'm going, come get your shit.
Well, listen, we already have this plan of action to, combine our efforts to make these type dogs. So it definitely is good to have resources to individuals who got certain mixes that we can, add to. So the
Yep.
fact that you're already cooking over there, Caveman, is definitely beneficial to all of us who are trying to cook, in various ways. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure what you got over there, what I have over here, what the panel is going to be cooking up in the future, we can all collaborate and just, what I mean, just spread it out there, man. Make the super dog at the end of the day, man. Make a Voltron super dog.
Now we
Honestly, I believe with what we have on our 2 yards, the group wouldn't have to go outside to get any other genetics to build any type of war machine you want.
I agree with that, but I say this too as well, like the different variances that, let's say, like Reddy was talking about how, you guys, like Duro, and you guys were talking about what y'all was planning to cook up, with, let's say, with like an AK daughter or something like that. Like,
Yep.
I don't have that. What was it? A Tosa? What was it?
Huh? A Tulsa.
No, what was it? What was it?
Bully
no,
cutter. A
No,
seal
was
bully
it
cutter.
Chinese red dog y'all was trying to take to like AK's daughter? Which one y'all? What was y'all trying to take to AK's daughter?
We trying to take Bane. To
Bane,
Oh,
yeah.
Bane. Okay, Bane, and then y'all had another dog in there too, though.
The seal bully cutter. I remember.
There it is.
Yep,
Yeah.
the seal, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
So I don't have a bully cutter. You got a bully cutter, Caveman?
No, but I mean pretty much the equivalent with my Dane cross.
You can make a bully cutter actually from scratch.
Yeah, because
You got
it's so many
the sauce
different
for
types.
it already. Basically.
What is it? What's the recipe?
I'm about to say, Caveman, you got the
Dane,
rest of the bully cutter?
it's got Dane, I know Dane, Pit Bull, and probably pressers.
English
Okay.
Mastiff.
English Mastiffs.
They say some bull
American
terrier.
Bulldogs, Bull
Yeah.
Terrier.
Boy, they sure bred the Mastiff out of them. I don't see the
There's
English
so
Mastiff
many,
in them at
there's
all.
so many
Yeah,
different
no, it doesn't
variations.
have no. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
There's so many variations. Some got Bull
right.
Terrier, some got Mastiff, more Mastiff, some got the Anatolian.
Yeah.
Some got, yeah.
Yeah.
They
See,
got
yeah. See,
Tosa.
I pretty much got that already. Then
That's what I'm saying.
on the ground, I've got those LGDs mixed with Great Dane. You know what I mean? So I got all of that fucking Turkish blood mixed with Dane, and I've got Dane mixed with Pitbull Corso, and I've got Dane mixed with Doberman. You know what I mean? It's right here.
You got the sauce right there.
On your IG, do you have pictures of all your dogs on your IG?
Probably pretty much. I don't have it displayed out like that. My IG was built for my cannabis seed efforts, but
okay.
Yeah.
so I haven't built it up for the dogs yet. But
yeah, you have to build one for your dogs because you got, man, you fucking with, who's that other guy with all them different mixes? Y'all Cali catchers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking with Cali catchers, Caveman, with all your variations.
Well, I'm also cooking up on that Malinois the same way. The Malinois and the Central Asian Shepherd and the Dane.
Oh,
it's 3 different ways. Just like I got this Dane 3 different ways here, I'm having the Central Asian Shepherd 3 different ways.
You got
that's
flavors.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that Malinois cross to the Dane is going to be some shit.
Yeah,
but just this LGD female I got, she's a bad bitch.
My boy Dylan or Dylan, I can't. He never specifies. Shout out to him though, for sure.
That makes me think of Dave Chappelle every time you say that. Dylon.
Dylan. Oh man, bro.
We're
I
just
mean,
watching.
there's so many different ways that we can go as dog man. You know, like that's how you get those dogs that be wowing you. Like, yo, what is that? Oh, you know, that's a whoop wop 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 bamboo. You know, that little Richard. You know what I'm saying? That wop bop loop bop bop bamboo. You know what I mean? That's all that.
And
that's the exciting part. Like, to be honest with you, like that's the part that excites me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and especially, you know what I'm saying, we all seem like we 100 on the word. So just saying, like, you know, like we right now we talking, but when we put that thing in motion and stuff really start to fly, like that's what excites me, man. Just saying, like, man, like, you know what I mean? Like that AK daughter, you know what I'm saying? Bang, you know what I'm saying? Some rock solid blood, man. Some caveman blood, you know what I mean? Some ready blood, you know what I mean? Some big job Borble blood, you know what I mean? Some Corey blood, like, you know what I mean?
Corey.
Bill, Blue Line Terrier blood, like, you know what I mean? Just, yo, man, if I forgot anybody, Lil Mac, you know what I mean? You know, just yo, man, like if you think about it, bro, like I be thinking about it, I'll be like, yo, we really could do something crazy, man. And we
man.
all, yeah, real big, and we all can, which that shit might go down in history, man. You know how they talking about Ronald Boyles and that shit? They'll be talking about us, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what I mean? These group of guys that put this shit together for many, many years. You know what I mean?
You know what I seen today? I'm gonna go off on a tangent. You know what I seen today that I ain't seen from a dog ever? From one of my dogs, from one of the giraffe brothers. The boy Spartan. I seen something today that I ain't never seen one of my dogs do. Okay, so I got him in one of those I forgot what type of kennels they call them, man. I think they call them the European kennels. One that look like some steel gel bar kennels. Okay. So I got him in one of those, right? And when I come down, he always tries to bite the bar, and he's trying to pull the weld off. And back in the day, I told you before, like I didn't think that them dogs can break those. They can bend them, but it can't break them. But I've had Black Hawk pull one of them damn bars off and pull it right off the weld, and then also Shaka did it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm seeing him do it. So I already know like he's gonna eventually figure out how to pull the damn bar off the weld. So this fool, I go out there today, and they only do this rah when, like I said, they compete for my energy. That's what they do. So as soon as I come up there to the fourth tier, he's back to biting the bars and shit like that, right? He bites the bars, and he's like really trying to break the bar. So this fool is so concentrated on biting the bar, he's biting up the bar. So he's holding himself up off the ground, biting up the bar and all paws, and he's pulling himself. Man. He's pulling himself, biting on the steel bar up, and he's off the ground, just on his mouth and his neck. Yeah, like some shit I ain't never like. How the fuck did you just do that? He's biting himself up with nothing, not holding on to the bar, not feet on the bar, off the ground, just by his teeth, biting up, grabbing, biting up. That's how fucking
brolic off of that too.
Ridiculous he is about that fucking bar showing out. I'm like, yo, what the hell are you doing, brother? Are you serious? Did you just do some damn David Blaine shit? Like you're not pulling yourself up. His paws ain't pulling himself up. He's biting, and then he's adjusting his neck up the bar, climbing up it with his fucking bite.
That's evolution right there, man.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? So yeah, man, damn it, man, these damn dogs, brother.
That's evolution right there.
These damn dogs, man. The shit I'm seeing is like, bro, what are you? Are you a magician or something like that? How you? It's like levitating. Like, are you levitating? How are you climbing up with just your mouth and you're not holding on or pushing yourself up? and you're just biting, just so intense.
He got tricky with it. Jangalang. He got tricky with that.
I'm like, get your ass down, you. Get your ass off of that thing, boy, you knucklehead bastard. So yeah, I predict he's gonna pull that weld off the bar too, just like all the other two that did it that I didn't think a dog could do, but two did it before him. I think he's next for sure. Pull them wells off. I showed y'all how Shaka. Remember, I showed y'all with remember I showed that little clip with Shaka and AR-15 doing that little back-to-back head-to-head shit when they was next to each other, and I showed you how Shaka bit them damn bars with no teeth.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites right there.
Hey, no teeth in his mouth. That boy Shaka has 0 teeth in his mouth. Not a molar, not a hanger. He has 0 teeth in his mouth because he's a bar destroyer. Okay,
How the hell does he?
Huh?
How the hell does he eat?
He just gums it.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fucking.
He bent that bar. He bent those bars with his gums and his jaws. He has no teeth.
That reminds me of my dad's girlfriend, Dad. She said he used to eat Captain Crunch with no teeth. She said that man will bite an apple with no teeth.
I mean, wow. I mean, the jaw power. You see what I'm saying? Like the jaw power is like what the?
Yeah, it's a different animal right there.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It's a freaking nut, man. You know what I mean? He's a nut. So, and now his daughter, right? Because I got his daughter over here, right? Now his daughter, she coming of age, and she's over there trying to destroy kennels too and shit. So I had to MacGyver her stuff because I'm like, oh, I know where you got that from.
Oh man, what you gonna do with her?
I don't even know. Like I said, my program shifted. My program shifted. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I can figure out something over time, but I really don't know. Huh?
You gonna have to do something with him, man.
That sounds like an AK daughter right there.
Yeah. There we go, right there, man.
Right, man. I got pieces for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? I got some stuff over here I can bless y'all with. I already told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all.
Shaka though was different though, man.
Yeah, Shaka something else, man. You know what I'm saying? He still got his nuts, man. You know what I mean? We can pull some semen off his ass. I got a couple of them on ice for me. You know what I mean? But I mean, he still got his balls intact. So I mean, Shaka definitely, he definitely got some kids in his sack.
Yeah.
But he definitely calmed down though. You definitely can tell he at a point where it's like, okay, I done did all this destructive shit and all this pounding my chest if I could.
They know who he is already.
Yeah, he's at a point now where it's like, even his bark is not the same no more. His bark is on a lower frequency now. He just he still act up to a degree, but not to where he was before, where it's like, bruh, come on, bro. Enough's enough. Like enough's enough, dude. Hey, if you cook up, you just might get it. That's how I see these dogs.
Yeah.
Hold on,
I can't be mad.
Up. I ain't hear you. What you say?
I said, be careful what you cook up because you just might get it as far as these dogs are concerned. Be careful what you be like making.
Oh yeah. I believe it, man. That's like the assholes that made the hairless bullies, man.
That was for old wrong intention. That's bad intentions.
Them jaws look like rhinos. What the hell?
Hippos. That's what they look.
Oh,
yeah, hippos. Yeah, hippos. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Look at what Live Your Life Dog said. He said he's seen a fluffy pit bull. Come on, man. Come on, Live Your Life Dog. That's not true.
No, you did, bro.
I seen XL fluffy
No,
Pit
what pit bulls?
and bullies.
Yeah, no, that's not true. That can't be true. Live your life, dogs. I mean, come on,
They
come
got
on, man.
What did they use to do that, man? Poodle?
Cocker
The
Nah, man.
Frenchie has
Spaniel.
fluffy in it.
Cocker
What
Spaniel.
happened? Say it again.
The Frenchies have fluffy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but live your
All
life,
right,
dogs.
all right. The Frenchies are in the bullies. Yeah, the Frenchies are in the bullies, and everybody calls. Well, some people call bullies pit bulls. They don't.
Yeah, I heard
I
Nah.
see. Yeah,
Live
as
your
a
life,
matter of
dog
fact, I
knows better, though, caveman. He knows better. Live your life, dog knows what a pit bull is versus a bully. Like, nah, no, I can't believe that.
Bro, how the fuck
Oh,
do
I
you
mean, what does it mean?
pit bull?
Hold
I
up.
don't know what he means by that. I
You-
thought he meant he just like seen some advertised, like seen somebody with that new thing.
I seen some crazy shit when Corey showed us his pedigree with his dog, and it had Chow Chow in it.
What kind of pedigree was showing Chow Chow?
The Embark. I think Corey said he did
Oh.
the Embark, and it had Chow
Okay.
Chow. in it.
Okay.
And what kind of dog? A
Yeah,
bully?
It was a
got
pit bull.
pit bulls.
Huh.
I can't wait till that pop up. I wonder what it's gonna look like.
What you mean? That's
So
what
the
that's
dogs
what,
that he got now, that
Okay.
he got,
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
the
That's where the
parent.
art of breeding comes in. That's what I'm saying about people debating on the pit bulls being mixed. All you gotta do is look at the Tosa Inu. Show me the bird dog in there.
But his
Ooh.
dogs don't look like
That's why they
got
don't want you on the
those in
pet,
them.
okay,
They just look
man?
like pits,
What's that?
tall pits.
That's why they don't want you on the panel.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
we
Yeah.
talked about that last night with the Tosa.
But-
We talked about it. Yeah.
They're
look,
maintaining they got that old royal blood from and that shit was a lie the whole time. There never was such a thing.
But
the
see,
week that the bull the week that the bull yellow one was up here, and I said that the Boyer's pit bull had Chihuahua in it, right?
Mhm.
Corey said he has Eli blood, and those Jones got Chihuahua in it.
Yeah.
Hey, ready? Am I lying?
Nope.
Yeah.
Even on Corey's joint, it said Chow Chow. It said Chihuahua. Even on his joint,
Yeah, that's
had-
crazy.
he had staff, but on the male, it was more pit bull percentage. The female was more staff.
Like, it said
But
67% American Staffordshire Terrier,
yep,
and it
Dang.
said like 12% pit bull.
yep.
how many percent was a chow?
The Chow Chow was like 5%, and the Chihuahua was like 2%.
Yep.
There it goes.
And what's the dog look like?
A pit bull.
A
Pit bull.
Yep.
Straight
Right.
up.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
never guessed that.
All right.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell y'all that
And
day.
see, I've seen all that shit all play out in real time.
And see, I know you did. So
Yep.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what you were saying, Duro.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Mm.
That's exactly what I was saying. But everybody, that's what I was saying. You gotta listen. Because if you listen, if you don't know something, you listen, you can learn it and you can hear it. But if you just coming in and you think you'll know it all, you ain't gonna hear what you're supposed to hear.
Right.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? So that's the problem. Like with a lot of people, they don't know. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like, I was like, okay, well, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? That's just how they was, because all those dogs had purpose back in the day. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? What does a Chihuahua do, guys? Think about a Chihuahua. Chihuahua is one of the most snappiest dogs, right?
Yeah, they bite anything, no matter how big it is.
Yeah.
Bite anything, bark at
Chase.
anything, chase anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they were putting that in there for more of that snappiness. You know what I'm saying?
And
Chihuahua,
colors.
Chow Chow ain't no slouch dog, though. That
Hell
dog
no.
will bite the shit out you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those were fighting dogs at one point.
Absolutely. So when you think about it, it makes sense, right? Now that is, I brought it to the forefront. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Wow, I got that drive.
Exactly.
It's a little dog, but it got drive.
Yeah, but the Patterdale is in pit bull
Hell,
terrier, and that has a
too.
lot of drive. That's like a little pit bull.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Coach.
not all of that shit was intentional at the start either.
Right. I
Sometimes,
agree with you on that
sometimes
too.
shit happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody would get a pit bull mix, and they would breed it to somebody's game dog, and in attempts to get some game dogs, and
Well.
within a couple of breedings, you do.
yeah, you never know. You never know.
Or that accident, like we said, that accident that you had, and you have puppies, and you're like, fuck it. I mean, I like dogs. I'm gonna keep the puppies, and then them damn fucking mixed breeds is fucking up all your game dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So now you gotta keep the shit. Now, like, oh well, shit, these is killing my fucking, my number one game dog. They smacking them, you know what I mean? So I gotta keep this. But you're not gonna tell your homeboy down the street or your peoples that you competing with that that's what you got. You're not gonna tell them that.
Right.
And that's what these people of today who don't understand performance dogs, they're on that in vogue, never ever gonna get it.
But see, when they're doing it, they're making it obvious that they're doing it, and still trying to front like, nah, it's straight pit.
Coach, so this might be a topic like in itself, but if we were to if you were to redo Swinford's whole formula, how would you approach it?
I mean, I would just take whatever I felt that was gonna make my dog better. See, Swinford was just in his beginning stages of his formula, right? I'm sure as he tested his dogs and he's witnessed more dogs, it's like you having a car and you want to soup it up. You might get the intake and the exhaust first. You might just get the catback exhaust. And you're like, okay, I like the way it sounds, but I need more airflow. Now you get the full exhaust with the full header. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how you make dogs the same fucking way.
Yeah, even Lee Robinson was like, yeah, if I knew then, I would use a Borbal or something, add something different than I did before.
Yeah, Lee can still do it.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, but I mean,
that's what I say. You can't get caught up in. Okay, as us high performance dog and high performance dog, not just performance dogs, high performance. We should be always raising the bar every time we cook up.
Right.
We should always have a variant of what the past was. I don't want my dogs to look the same.
Right.
I don't want another red tiger. I want better than a red tiger. Like we talk about similar but different. Yes. I don't want another AK. I already got him. I got a semen. I want better than AK. I still want a similar, but I want better. That's how we should be doing with all of our dogs every time we cook. So it might require me, if I was Lee Robinson, to say, you know what, I always want to do a Borbal. Let me throw a Borbal in my Sentinel.
Right.
Fuck it. Why not? I already got the recipe for the original.
Right.
I could always pick up the original. I got it on tap. I got the mathematics, so I'll never lose it. But I want to make a better Sentinel. Let me go to add the Borbals. So if I was Lee, I would do that.
Playing around. I'll be messing around with shit. Yeah. Hell yeah. See what else we can do with this.
That's what makes it fun for us. At least for me. At least for me, like making better dogs is what I enjoy as a breeder. I don't want to get stuck in like, oh, I'm just, the coach still making the same dogs. I don't ever say that about the coach, man. The coach is raising the bar every time. Every time I'm raising the bar.
New model.
Every time I'm cooking up, we got a better one. Bigger, stronger, and faster. Bigger, stronger, and faster. Bigger, stronger, and faster.
And the coach actually got love for the dog. He ain't out here breeding puppies and doing dumb stuff.
Right.
No, it's an art.
You see those puppies, they ain't got no worm bellies at all.
Hell to the no.
Healthy.
I ain't never seen one litter that he produced look like they got worms.
No, hell to
not one. That's how
Oh,
you know it's all about the dogs with the coach, man.
come on, man. I gotta have a superior product, man. If I'm claiming to be Formula One, I gotta make sure I got them type dogs. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like you was mentioning, shout out to the vet tech Doricio. You got to know how to do your husbandry. You got to know how to take care of your dogs, and that. And honestly, for me, it's been trial and error. You know what I mean? Like I've dealt with coccidia, I've dealt with parvo, even though I've never had a dog that I produced that had parvo, but I've bought dogs with parvo,
Right.
and I've dealt with that. Horrible. It was horrible, but I've dealt with it. So by experience, I know. Shout out to my wife. She helps me out a lot too. We know how to care for our puppies. We know how to care for the moms. We know all the shit because I've done had hundreds of puppies.
Right.
I
And
done made plenty of mistakes.
that's
Go
the
ahead, Dora.
important thing. That's the important thing, coach. You made plenty of mistakes, but you learned from your mistakes.
Yep.
Yes.
You're not still doing the same old thing. You're not doing the same old thing. You make it sure, like you made mistakes. You didn't know something. You made mistakes, but you fixed them and you correct them, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Is you're a bad breeder if you don't fix what should have been fixed. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is, because a lot of stuff, technically, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Technically, you really don't need a vet. You need a vet for things that you can't do. Okay, it's so many things that the vet uses that you guys can get over the counter. Okay, and if you know what you're doing, if you know how to do it, you don't need a vet.
Right.
I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you. If you know what you're doing, okay, a dog is not a science experiment. Okay, it's a living thing. It's not a science experiment. Don't be experimenting with your dog. If you don't know what the heck you're doing, don't do it. But if you do know what you're doing, there's so many things that you can get that you can save some money, and then you could do that preventative care, like Coach talking about. You can do that preventative care yourself. And in between your vet visits, if you want to only do an annual exam, every year or whatever the case is, and you want, or every 2, or how, whatever you feel like you need to do for your dog, right? But the thing is if you just take the time and do some preventative care for your dog, you'll see how healthy you kept that dog over the years. I'm telling you, it's really that simple. It's really not that hard. You just got to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you learn from, from actually doing it and the trial and error, but you can't do things, soaking vaccines in hot water like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? You just killed the vaccine. That it's supposed to be cold, dummy. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't be doing stuff just to do stuff and say, "Oh, that's what I'm doing." Well, you stupid. You don't even know what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you have to look at it, and you can't be big headed. You have to be willing to learn. You got to be willing to take, gain from each other and gain from people that may know. And you gotta be able to say, okay, that's why I did. Like Coach say, hey Doro, I didn't know you're supposed to deworm your dog for 3 days. You do that with Pyrantel, Coach, and you do that with Fenbendazole. 3 days. You understand? You get your packets of Fenbendazole, it's gonna tell you. Put it in your dog food for 3 days. Pyrantel is the same. It's the same chart. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same old thing. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing different. You know what I'm saying? So you don't just be big headed and say, "Oh well, this is what I'm gonna do." Doro said, "Do it 3 days. I'm gonna do it 5. I'm gonna do it 5 days because this is what I do for my puppies." You're an idiot, and you overdosing puppies for no reason. So you gotta understand how to really care for these dogs and make them better. Now you don't want to give your dog. You gotta know what chemicals and medication is the same as if we took a whole bunch of things. So if you deworming puppies, you need to know that you're doing it accurately. You don't want people calling you, "Hey, coach, now man, this puppy got tremors, man. I don't know." And you sitting up there and you don't know why. It's because you dewormed it too much. You gave it too much Pyrantel. You gave it too much Fenbendazole. You gotta understand, you gotta know what you're supposed to know and how to do it. And that's why I'm here. That's why I tell y'all, You know what I'm saying? Tell me what y'all want to see. Like y'all say y'all wanted a food and deworming video. I said I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show you how to do it. You do it, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna have no issues. Your vet gonna say, "Oh man, yeah." You know, if you don't go to the vet, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how to get those shots, how to do it, all that. It's important, man. Like, and that save you money. That preventative care save you money. Because if you don't do no preventative care, when that shit hit, that shit gonna cost you more.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Than than it would if you just did preventative care. You know what I mean? For the year. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna cost you
Hey,
way more.
Duro,
It's gonna cost you
you
thousands of
make you a
dollars.
channel.
Huh?
Hey, Duro, you need to make you a channel called. You need to make you a channel called Duro the Vet Tech. Straight up. Hey, straight up.
That-
Straight up. Nah, real talk. Like
Yeah.
that right there. And so you know how my man that do breeder hacks, you know who I'm talking about?
Cool.
The brother that he breed exotics, but he got his things about, he calls himself his channel's like called Breeder Hacks or something like that. That's his little play. I'm sure you've seen him before, but he always gives game on, different breeding stuff that he does, and like that's his thing. He calls them, breeder hacks or whatever. That's his thing or whatever. But being that you know what you know, being a vet tech and with your
Yeah.
own flavor to it, man, I mean, shit, that's content galore. Like that's
Yeah.
content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. You're right. You're right though.
And a lot of people will subscribe because of the game. You feel me? Because I mean, shit, that's do it yourself.
Yep.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
you qualify, you certify with the shit. So what you saying is too legit to quit it. It's not, hey, I learned this from somebody. Hey, no, it's like, no, motherfucker, I was EA Sports in the game with the shit. I really know it.
Facts. Really know it.
Yeah.
So that
Really.
might be another little channel, Duro the Vet Tech or so, whatever. Like you might want to think about it.
Nah, for real.
That's content.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, for
I hear
sure.
you. I hear you. You
Because
just
I learned
You do
something.
home remedies too.
what'd you say, bro?
So what do you know about natural remedies for that stuff?
Natural remedies like dewormers?
Yep. Like, well, if anything, as far as pet care, just natural in general. But yeah, specifically, we was talking about dewormers.
Man, it's certain fruits you can give, man. De-earth, you know what I mean? Papaya.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff. Like it's man, look, bro. When it comes to stuff like that, bro, like that's what I do. Like, cause
Yeah.
I'm all about health for your dogs, and I'm not all about, you know what I'm saying? Like I said on Big Job interview, like I got in trouble, you know what I'm saying, for being honest with people because it's all about money, and you know what I'm saying. I seen certain people didn't really have the money. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell them where to get certain things, the same thing for the low. So like, you know what I mean? I'm all about like, stacking your bread and having your bread, but still taking care of your dogs. That's important. If you love dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Duro, you ever seen dogs with like cleft palates, like puppies?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
What's the if you know what's the cause of that?
What's the cause of it?
Yeah.
Man,
Brother
honestly,
sister matings.
Yeah.
I was about to say, honestly, man, it's a lot of inbreeding. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of, sometimes certain shit just happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I always say, I don't want to put everything on the breeder. Like, you know what
Right.
I mean? Like, cause that's not fair. Cause sometimes things just happen. But a lot of times you get a lot of those issues when you're doing inbreeding, like we talk about, like that inbreeding stuff that we talk about. That's
Yeah.
when you really fall into that line of those types of dogs. And you know what I mean, like, man, I've seen some I've seen some dogs that was inbred that was just like fucked up, man. Like they had to literally be put down. The puppies came out, bro. It was sad. Like, you know what I mean? Like you couldn't do nothing with them. The legs was fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? And it just wouldn't have been fair to the dog, and it wouldn't have been fair to the people that would have adopted those puppies. You know what I'm saying? Because the back legs would have needed therapy, and it was just too much. You know?
Yeah. See, I was gonna ask Coach. I was gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna save this though. I'm gonna save this for the interview. It's a good question though.
Man.
Mm.
Well, we hitting about 3 hour mark, and we definitely cooked this one up. I guess we all agree on that both of them do play. It can be bred into the dog as far as willpower and heart, and also it can be developed. And in conclusion, for those of you who are inexperienced with dogs and doesn't really understand how important it is to develop a dog, how important it is to understand that a puppy is a puppy and they have to grow into themselves and they have to learn by being introduced to certain things, learn by their environment, learn by their pack leader, whether it be you or other dogs. Just understand that that will to do what's necessary to succeed, whether it's catch dog, whether it's prey, whatever is guardian, whatever it is. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater when you're dealing with a dog that you haven't taken the time to really develop, especially if it comes from top tier genetics. If you don't necessarily know where the dog come from, there's a 50-50 chance that it might not work out. And even with a dog that come from top tier genetics, maybe the dog just don't got it in them. But I've just realized, just in my own experience with dogs and having packs of dogs, and I've seen dogs have to get out, have to get down or lay down. And 9 times out of 10, they get down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a dog in them. Just think about how in sports, especially in football, how they call each other's whoever their top tier athletes are, they call them dogs.
Dogs, yeah.
Okay? Dogs. Not a specific type breed dog, but dogs. And if we understand a pack of wolves, they're dogs, and all the packs work together and they work in unison as a team, then that's how we should see these dogs that might not be confident enough to figure out that they are dogs literally too. They just, they got to figure that shit out. So both plays, I'm glad that everybody all concurred that. And that's why I wanted to sit back and just hear you guys' feedback, because I agree with that's why I wanted this topic. I wanted to see what y'all thought about it, what y'all point of view was and is, and everybody said the same thing. We all agreed. So, man, big salute to all y'all for thinking. You know what I mean? Y'all use y'all brain, y'all dog man brain, and that. And you saw I put that neither, because some people are like, oh no, but salute to y'all on that.
Salute. Definitely salute. Big salute.
And we'll go ahead and close out. Big salute to the chat, everybody that came in and participated.
Salute, chat.
Salute to UK man. Salute to you, Big Ja, Duro, Young, ready for the panel. And yeah, man, how we do in the classroom, man. Another great cook up as usual. Wow, episode 73. You feel me? So y'all be safe out there, you know what I mean? And take care of them dogs, and love y'all, brothers, man. We close on out.
Love you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Love
Say
you
hi,
too.
everybody.
Love y'all, man.
Yep. Be safe.
Love you too, bro.
All right, let's close out.